Hello there. I am Steve from Mac84, and welcome to another Mac84 live stream. And we got a lot of people here already. I have to turn on the background lights because I forgot, and it looks fancy. And my phone is echoing because I'm very professional, as we can see. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're doing okay. There we go. We have all those lovely lights on in the background. My goodness, we have a few people here already, and I closed the windows. I don't know how many people we have. Hold on, wait, here it is. We're off to a great start. About 15 or so people according to this very slow and long delayed YouTube thing. Dashboard, that's the word. So let's see who we have here. We have Starbuck Tech, who was first. Congratulations. You win a Eep. And we have New Tech, we have Thomas, we have Sean of Action Retro, we have Starbuck Tech. Oh wait, I already said you. Well, you get another shout out because you were first. Adam is here. Let's see, Tom is here. Yes, Tom, grab lunch. Michael is here. Nikki is here. We have Rich's Random Retro Reviews. My goodness, say that 5 times fast. Michael is here. If we didn't say Michael already, I'm repeating people, but that's okay. It's early on, and I'm already crazy. DJ Craze is here. Speaking of crazy, LOL Broke. Bolek? Sure. Wow, these names are getting harder. Bibasik7. Sure. Ocelot is here, and the scroll just jumped, so I lost a bunch of people. Sorry. Sebastian is here. Rutger is here. Jacob is here. Joe from Joe's Computer Museum. Joe is here. Nuisance Neighbor is here. Nick is here. And all right, so that's a good load of people here. Marco is here, or Marco, sorry. Need a front shelf for 20-inch iMac. Can't find it anywhere. Your best bet is probably just getting like a broken iMac and just swapping that out. It's probably like from an e-waste place or something. Oh boy, Matt is here, Tommy is here, and other people. All right, cool. So sorry if I didn't give you a shout out. Hello to everybody. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this doesn't turn into another 9-hour extravaganza, because people ask me, do you plan the streams to go that long? No. Goodness no. If I did, I would have had lunch before. I mean, I actually had lunch now, so yay. Luke is here. I'm still hungry. Isn't that weird how that is? But you know, I wanted to do a stream today. Now tomorrow, if all things goes according to plan, tomorrow I should be streaming with my friend Mike, probably on his channel. That'd be a lot of fun. Sebastian says, when is your merch store going to open? Well, I have a merch store, and in fact, I could promote it now. If I go to the thing, if you go to Mac84.net, all my crap is there, all the links and stuff like that. Let me load up that website and do a share screen redo, whatever the heck. I know we're very professional here, I know. If I go to the web browser, go to there, click OK, and I have to position this so you could actually see what the heck I'm looking at, and you're not going to see me, but who the heck cares? So if you go to Mac84.net, there's a big picture of a t-shirt. If you click on that, it should go right to the Teespring website, or Creator Spring, whatever they're calling themselves these days. There's some of the old 2020 shirts I had. Here is one of the varieties of the shirts that I usually wear in my videos. This is the one I usually wear, the smooth dark one. Then we have these Eep mugs. Now, I have not ordered anything besides the shirt and the... Is the face mask still on here? I don't know. I have to search for it. The pillow I just made for fun. Same with the mugs. I haven't really... I don't order... I don't know why I'm looking at the camera. Nobody can see me. I don't order exactly everything because how this works is I basically upload a graphic and design it, and, you know, there's no inventory. I don't have a test thing. If I wanted, I had to buy it myself. So it's not like I give out free shirts or anything like that. But I will give you guys a discount code. If you just want to sit tight for a moment, if you are interested in purchasing any of that stuff. How that usually works is, well, how it does work actually, is I get a small percentage of whatever is sold. So if I sell a shirt for $25 and, you know, I upmark it or upprice it or upsell it or whatever the thing is to $27, I get like $2 or $3 or whatever it is. So when I give you a coupon code, you're taking sort of my cut, but it's not, you know, whatever. But if you want to, you know, buy the thingy, you go ahead and do the thing. I'm trying to furiously get the URL in here. It is not good. Okay, let me try and log in here. Actually, wait. The code word crazy with a K from Crazy Ken. I made a code word for him, so I'm gonna put that in the chat. Crazy, and I'll put the link for the store dealie in there if people want to go to my website or whatever. No obligation, all that stuff. Blah 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 blah. Ooh, see, Joe's one step ahead of the game. He knows what the heck he's doing. I have no clue what I'm doing with any of this stuff. Joe might have to, help me, save me. Last time we checked, it was down. Okay, yeah. So, just keep trying. Use the link in the chat. Maybe that'll work. But hey, good afternoon, Patrick. How's it going? And Brian is here. And you like the Chicago font? Well, thank you. Yeah, there's a smooth font and a pixelated font and. Oh, Michael, you joke, but no, thankfully no. Oh boy. Hey, and DJ Cray's got his cinema display working. Okay, so that's the long-winded answer to my merch store. The code expired. Hold on. I thought I expanded that to be not expired, because whenever I give out the code, it's people are telling me it's expired because I usually set it for the end of the month or whatever. How do you sign into this? This darn website. Oh gosh, they really make it hard for you, do they? I mean, I'm confused, and I use the service. Okay, now it's not remembering my login. Let's hope that this is it. This is live testing of. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Hey, I guessed it. Holy crap! All right, so let me make sure that we have a discount code turned on. Oh, okay. Let's use the discount code, and this will be a plug for Joe's podcast. Use the discount code ROUNDUP, all one word, ROUNDUP, ROUNDUP, like a rodeo. ROUNDUP. Discount code. There we go. And obviously, this is sort of a. Sorry, 1 second. That's an obvious plug for the new video podcast that Joe started. And, oh my gosh, all those R's, Joe, make it impossible for me to remember it. Hold on. It's Retro Roundup Repairs? Is that it? Did I get it right? Either I'm going to get slapped in the face or he's going to be like, yay. Anyway, Joe, put a link in the video, in the chat thing there, and people could find that. So, do you usually do recording time measurements round up to the next number? I have no idea what you're talking about, Steve. I'm sorry. Rephrase your question. Maybe I'll remember. Retro repair roundup. Okay, I got some of those words just maybe mixed up. Put a link in the description. I just showered. My hair is all bleh. But there you go. In the description, in the chat. This is not going well. All right, so we haven't even gotten down to what the heck we're doing here because I don't know, and so that's where you come into play. We're gonna try and put a poll up here. Oh, okay, Steve, no worries. Can I do a poll from here? Oh, really, YouTube? Really? How do I? Hold on, please. Restore chat. Oh, there's the poll button. Eat stickers. If they're vegan, I would. All right, so this is what I would like to do. I made a poll on Twitter. And actually, let's see if those numbers have changed. But last I checked, it was 55% of people want to mess around with PowerPC stuff, and the rest of the percentage wanted me to tinker around and just solder stuff or repair stuff, or attempt to repair stuff, let's say. And 58% said they wanted me to tinker with PowerPC Macs, and 42% said fixing/soldering stuff. No, the last poll did not work too well. Oh boy. Alright, so I'm trying to think here. I have plenty of PowerPC Macs. Too many PowerPC Macs. The one in the thumbnail is a Lime iBook G3 Clamshell, which was a little funny segment I shot for Jay of the House of Moth. He had a video he did about open core installation, and if you watch the whole thing, you'll see my cameo. So be sure to subscribe to his channel and take a look at that. And Steven, says, hey, just getting back into vintage Mac collecting. I have to scroll up. And your videos have been great. Aw, thank you. Currently sitting in front of a disassembled G4 iBook, wondering what sadist made it so difficult to take apart. All of the iBooks I have ever taken apart is always most PowerBooks, most G3, G4 PowerBooks are horrible to take apart, especially the iBooks. I just think Apple wanted nobody to get into them, especially the hard drive on the Clamshell G3. My goodness, there's a reason I have not opened one since like 25 years ago, or however old, or 20 years ago, whatever. Absolutely horrible thing. Yeah. So you can never have too many PowerPC Macs. This is true. Yeah, I don't want to open any iBooks. What's my favorite PowerPC Mac? That's a loaded question. If you go to Mac84.net, there's an FAQ page, and I list all my favorite Macs because I'm tired of remembering them. I don't know anymore. It's a lot. G3 Mini Tower, iBook Clamshell, blah, 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 blah. I would love to see a Mac SE absolutely maxed out upgrades. I would too. I guess you're assuming a Mac SE 30 with the 50 megahertz 6803. Oh, maybe a Mac SE. Oh, whatever. Yeah, those are cool. Parts are expensive, man. Expensive. Adrian says, Basement had Windows NT on a PowerPC. Well, see, that's interesting. That is interesting because I have a vivid memory. So I'm in the New Jersey area. Well, in New Jersey, not the area of New Jersey. I'm in the state of New Jersey. There used to be a store in New York City called the Warner Brothers Studio Store, or the Warner Brothers Outlet Store. Basically, the Warner Brothers with all the cartoon characters, whatever. They had a store, and you could buy T-shirts and dolls and merch, and they had a theater there at one point and all this stuff. I have a vivid memory of me going to that store, and they had iMacs, all different color iMacs, and they were all set up in like, you've seen that picture of somebody putting them all like in a circle and put glass on top. There was kind of like a table. That's the orientation. They were all set up in a thing. I think they were tray loading iMacs. Whatever the case may be, they were not running the Mac OS. They were running Windows, and it wasn't Virtual PC. It was not Virtual PC. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? How are these running Windows? And I tried to like do the keyboard commands to get out of it, and they probably just like set up the darn things. They didn't even like configure them yet. It must have been running Windows NT PowerPC. I to this day, that must have been what it was running. And I've ranted about this on and on before. And that is just one of those things that like just boggles my mind. First off, why? Maybe they were trying to integrate to their network or do whatever. But also it's like, I wasn't even aware there was a PowerPC version for so long. So years later, like 10 years later, I learned that there was a PowerPC version of Windows NT or whatever it is. And I was like, that's what they were running. My goodness. Hey, Trina, how's it going? Let's see. I have a measuring tape here, Trina. If you want me to measure the microscope, let me know. I had one. Uh-oh. I might have lost it. Yeah, I don't know why they meant to do that, but yeah, cutting a hole in the card cage of the clamshell, that's much easier to do. Unfortunately, my iMac DV SE is dead. It makes a pop through the speakers when plugged in. Might be the analog board or something. Those machines, unfortunately, are a pain to work on. Not designed for Apple PowerPCs. Well, I don't know what they did, Rich. They did something. I just have a vivid memory of Windows running on those machines and being so confused. I mean, I don't know if that was true, Joe. I don't know what they did. To this day, I don't know what they did. Maybe they were just shells. I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. No, Starbucks Tech, that would not work for me. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. I have a bunch of PowerPC Macs. This is the MacGack PowerPC Challenge window of time. And I don't know what to play around with. We have some of the G5s. They are currently behind that table. You could see them all. I was using them as a chair before because there was absolutely no room back there. I could not even sit. There were all these freaking G5 towers sitting there. So, let me give you an update about what I've been doing with those G5s, huh? And I left my bottle of water upstairs, and I'll go grab it in a bit. But, essentially, you may remember, there was a bit of a 9-hour, 10-minute, and 11-second live stream featuring Sean of Action Retro, Lauren, and Greg Rucke. And we played around with those G4s and G5s. We put them into our little inventory system. Then we started to play around with Linux because Sean had a very bad idea. And that, ate up another 5 hours of my time. Yeah, that was the thing. So Linux installed, and the goal of that stream was, I want to, I have no idea what a Pegasus PPC board is. Please describe. What was I going to say? See, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. Oh, the goal of that stream was to get a YouTube window running on Firefox open on that computer and just watch the stream. And that's where we're going to end it. We were so close with the live CD of booting it up, but that didn't work. We ran out of memory, and we had to install the OS on the hard drive, and then we were able to do it. But that was no easy task, trust me. So my water's behind me on my left. Oh, there it is. I don't know if that's full, but thank you. I don't have to go upstairs now. Oh God, I lose my brain bad. Brain bad. Oh, okay, good, Trina. Let me know if you're into trouble. We'll do some live troubleshooting. Brain bad, fire bad, memory good. No, it's not. I need more RAM. Okay, so basically what... the G5 needed more RAM too. So we got that up and running, and I shut down that machine, and the next day I wanted to do some comparisons. I have an identical dual G5, 2 gigahertz model. So I said, you know what would be cool? If I put these two machines side by side, one's running Adelaide Linux, one's running, let's say, Leopard. Let's just see how, you could do things. And, yeah, the problem is that Linux just, like, I don't know if it was just not optimized. It didn't run too well. I even added an extra 2 gigabytes of memory, so it was 4 gigabytes total. And don't get me wrong, for a modern operating system on an older machine from 2005, it didn't run terribly. But there was no comparison whatsoever, as even to like launching OpenOffice and just typing a text file. Just, night and day difference using the same application on the Leopard machine versus the Linux machine. It was just, bleh. It's just not really anything exciting. So, it's probably because, the graphics card we were using, while it has 2D accelerated graphics or whatever, the 3D stuff isn't there, and maybe that's used for the win. I don't know. I'm not giving up on it. We're leaving that install disk alone because I do not want to mess up all the hard work that we did, Lauren and Sean did, to get that working on there. There is supposedly a lot of support and excitement for PowerPC Mac, so hopefully there will be drivers installed and stuff available that I can get my hands on and get that thing up and running. So idea 2 was, okay, well that sort of ship has sailed. Let me compare Leopard to this new Sorbet Leopard thing. Now, everyone was doing a few videos about this a few weeks back, and I was like, whatever. And then I realized, I have these two identical machines. Instead of, booting one off one hard drive, doing a test, and then rebooting, I can just do them side by side. So you probably saw me tweet some photos. I'm still working on that. I recorded some footage. It's nowhere near done. But the idea was that I was going to play around and compare this and that. Now, spoiler alert, not too much of a difference. I am not doing just like benchmarks where I run the Geekbench thing and go, up is 2 points, better. This Sorbet Leopard is the kids' bananas. Let's go with that. Bee's knees. Anyway, so I don't know if that's going to have, exciting results or not, but what I did start doing just out of boredom while trying to figure out an issue, because Sorbet Leopard, I can't seem to update the software on. Now I know what you're saying. Well, why would you update the software? There's nothing available. Well, I have iMovie and Final Cut and all that stuff installed. You get the updates through the software updater. Yes, I can go manually on the Apple site and pick and choose updates. Nobody wants to do that. So on the regular Leopard install, software update worked great. And on the Sorbet Leopard install, it just gives you some error. It can't do whatever. So that might be like the end of the road with that. So what I ended up doing is I took my iSight camera and made like a little video just on the G5. And the goal is to video edit a video on the system. And so far, so freaking good. It works well. It's not, choking at all, which is to be expected, because if you take a machine and you use it within the, confinements of the period, the right video codecs, the right software and stuff like that, it's going to work pretty damn well. And it has so far. So I'm going to be playing around with that. It'll be a weird video. I don't know how, the whole project, I don't know, what's going to come out from it. but I think it'll be a lot of fun. So that is the story behind those two machines. They're all two. Well, there's 4 of them there. The reason is so I can get them in the shot. I stacked them. That's what I learned from Greg Rutke. So I have the quad, and then there was the dual 2 gigahertz on top of that. Then there was I think it's the dual core 2 gigahertz, and then the dual processor 2 gigahertz was on top of that. So it was weird. But you know, it was the thing, and it was exciting. So there you go. Let me just follow up the questions here. No, I don't have any fancy PowerPC stuff that's not Macs. I don't have any PC stuff to my knowledge. I cheated with the 60K PowerPC challenge. That's okay. And the G5s actually didn't get warm. Even the display didn't get warm. Heck, I have the 30-inch display. You could see it barely by my chair over here. This is the only place I could put it right now. That didn't even get too warm. Hopefully I don't back into this thing. It's the only like good one I have. But yeah, so that's kind of an update of like how that was going. Yeah. Yep. Just scrolling through the comments here. Yeah, Steve, that was Greg Rutke of Rutke Mods. He did 2 videos on that, so it's pretty neat. You may need to recompile Linux for your Mac. Well, from what I understand, the distribution was made for PowerPC. Now, I don't know Linux between a hole in the wall, so maybe there's something I could do. But anyway, more Linux shenanigans. No, I don't know about that. Sean just released a video on Action Retro, Sean of Action Retro on his YouTube channel, of installing, BSD on an iMac G3. Now that was a cool video, and I'm like, oh, I could do that on one of my machines. And then he like painstakingly told me how like it took him over 9 hours to get that thing working. I'm like, well, we did a long live stream last week. I would probably just die on my chair if we did that today. So, oh, Show Fox, thank you very much for joining. Yeah, the live iBook is behind there. That might be one of the ones that we tinker with today. So, long story short, I am just talking about what I've been up to. And what I would like to do is put a poll in the chat to, sort of guide us of what we mess around with today. Because I have a lot of PowerPC Macs. A poll was already run on Twitter, and it won out that you want to see me play around PowerPC Macs instead of soldering stuff today. I still have a bunch of repairs. Going to get to that. There's a lot of stuff in my backlog, and everyone who's being very patient, thank you. I'm just not in the right set of mind today, as you can probably tell, to do that. So, my goodness, Steve uses Arc, by the way. I don't know if I do. Sure, for the super chat, we'll say I use whatever. That's fine. I could be easily bought. Thank you very much for the super chat, Raka. Eep, and that translates to about $5.53 US. So yes, you get $5 of. Yeah, sure I do. Thank you very much for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. I have the same grape G3 iMac, but its CRT is pretty tired. Yeah, unfortunately. Clone stuff, please. Well, I have a clone over here. We can play around with that. So let's put we're gonna put the poll in the YouTubes, the YubTubs. So let's see. What hot typing action? What PowerPC based Macs do you want to see today? And this is not going to be the only one we look at. Trust me, there's be flapping around between a few of them, I'm sure. So let's start with the Macintosh clone. And let's start with portables, maybe. Let's see, there's an iBook / PowerBook. And I guess we'll just go desktops. All right, so, boom! There's the chattery Reno thingamajigger. Yes, I do have an X server, and it's sitting on top of my refrigerator, and it's being a server, so that's not too exciting. I'm not moving that. I'm not moving that. All right, so the polls in the chat, please pay attention to that. I'm going to stand up and get my bottle of water. Hopefully it's not empty. Make sure I don't flash everybody. Nobody wants to see that. And I'll be back in a moment. Ooh, let's see if it tastes like stinky old water. Nope, I'm not dead. That's good. All right, so. Oh, boy. I am not replacing that hard drive today. I don't even have anything to put in there, so I can't do that. Can't do that. All right, so 44% for Macintosh clones so far, 41% for portables, and 15% for desktops. Sean is saying, I got my titanium PowerBook with Sonnet Wi-Fi card to connect to my home Wi-Fi network with OpenBSD, new PowerPC Challenge main machine. Sean, do you even have a job anymore? Like, do you just, like, tinker around with this stuff endlessly? I mean, holy crow, am I jealous. Oh, good on you, Sean. Very happy to hear you got that working. Bring out the Molar Mac. No. I would love to, but if I'm bringing that thing out, I'm filming a video of it. Because look how much crap is there. No. All right, so let's read more of the chat here. Do you know if PowerMac G5 CPU modules are electrically compatible with the Xserve G5 motherboard? I have no clue. Jay? Probably not. It is Saturday. It is. I'm kidding, Sean. I know you work very hard. You just make it look easy. Can titanium PowerBook CPU be upgraded like old G3s? I don't. A lot of the PowerBooks and portables cannot be updated CPU-wise. A lot of, like, the G4 systems cannot be, to my knowledge. They just simply... I mean, not like we upgrade or anything. My hair is being all silly today. Just shave it all off. That's another poll. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Technically, a clone's a desktop, but I meant desktops in the sense of Mac desktops, Jay. But okay, I understand. I wish I slept till noon. I woke up too early. Do you have a PowerBook 1400? Got one of those recently with a trackpad that doesn't click. Oh, that's frustrating. It might be a bad module or a cable that's loose, Anthony. I do have PowerBook 1400, and it works pretty well. I mean, yes, okay. CPU upgrades versus desoldering the CPU and swapping it out. I'm saying that's a whole different thing. Yes, technically you could desolder something and shove something in there and it might work. But what I was referring to is back in the day, they used to have Power Mac upgrade or even 68K upgrade cards where you slot something on the motherboard in the socket and it upgrades the processor. That's what I was referring to. I don't think they made those for G4 PowerBooks. That being said, sure, if you're skilled enough, you could probably desolder something and do whatever. Steve says, I learned that CPU sockets on the blue and white G3s is actually mechanically compatible with socket 462 heatsinks. Interesting. Mac G4 Cube into an M1 Mac. Isn't it the other way around? I don't have an M1 Mac. Unless someone wants to donate one to me. Yeah. Oh, right. Macintosh Clones is winning at 43%, followed by PowerBooks and iBooks PowerBooks at 41%. And we have desktops at 17%. So I'll leave this going for a few more minutes because we only started the poll 2 or 3 minutes ago. And I don't know. The whole thing about like putting a modern Mac inside of an old case. Oh, sure, it looks cool, but what's the point? That's just me. That's just me. I saw there was a VCF swap meet in February. I will be going to that. And I'm pinching my pennies until then because that's going to be bad. Oh, that's going to be bad. But look, I have nothing against people who want to mod things and put modern machines and vintage shells. And you do whatever you want. It's your stuff. That specific stuff does not appeal to me. As much as like tinkering around with stuff and playing around with old hardware and junk like that. We want to see you struggle to pry open an iBook. No. Not live. Yeah, Sean, so they're having it's on the VCF website. If you go to events, it's listed as just a swap meet. But it is in Wall, New Jersey. And then there's an actual VCF event in April. So there you go. In New Jersey again. Alright, so we have the poll's tightening up here again. Macintosh clones, 41%. Portables, 41%. Desktops, 18%. Keep going. Keep voting. Oh, please vote. Please vote. Please vote. Please vote. All right, so have you found a way to install Classic OS on a PowerBook G4? I mean, the older PowerBook G4s, sure. The aluminum ones, unless the OS 9 Live CD supports it, I have no idea. I've never really... I don't know if I haven't played around with a lot of them, but... Yeah. I'm not sure if I can post the link, but yeah, there's a link for VCF. Yeah, the VCF events are fun. Oh my goodness. If that was like a week long, I'd be penniless and homeless by the end of it. What PowerPC based Macs do you want to see today? The poll is currently at 40% for Macintosh clones, 43% for portables, and 17% for desktops. Keep voting, folks. I am wildly unprepared for whatever you put in there, so I will personally regret any decision that is made anyway. But we're just hanging around here. Is there any way to get dual link DVI converted to HDMI 1.4? That's a great question, Steve. No clue. Macs aren't the only ones that use dual link DVI, so you'll probably be able to find an answer on that on Google or something. More people are voting for PowerBooks and iBooks. My goodness. I know exactly where all the PowerBooks and iBooks are. I have no clue where the power adapters are. This will be an interesting show. God. What you people put me through? I'm trying to do a stream, trying to entertain. My fault for putting it there as an option, I guess. At least they're small. I could put them on the cart thing, and yeah, that might be good. Oh boy. Yeah, with VCF East, the consignment stuff I think opened on Friday when some of the talks were done or were going on, and so a lot of the stuff was just as soon as it was put out, people were taking it. So if I go to the swap meet this year, I'm going early. But yeah, seeing you struggle is entertaining for us. I wonder if a 2 GHz G4 chip, like the one Action Retro showcase, could be modded into a Mac Mini. Well, the Mac Minis, some of them came with 1.5 GHz processors, so I don't think so. How much do items usually cost at VCF? Well, if you watched my VCF videos, Mavericks Andy, I do put some examples in there of like what I found for what prices, etc. I will say generally the prices are like enthusiast to enthusiasts. No one is looking to make eBay prices on most of this stuff, with the exception of some things or some people who really want a lot of money for these things. And that's to say about anybody selling anything anywhere, like eBay or Facebook or a flea market. You're going to get those people who have a table full of cool stuff and want top dollar for it, and like nothing will sell throughout the whole event. That happened at VCF Midwest. There was a guy mumbling to himself the entire time about how people were being cheap or whatever. I mean, if every other table in the whole place are selling things at pretty good prices and your prices are high, you're not going to do as well. It is a simple matter of fact. So, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that I was able to find. Some of the stuff was a little higher than I personally wanted to pay, but then I just didn't buy it. I mean, there was an Amiga for a few $100s. There's a G4 Cube for a few $100s. I didn't need any of those things, so I passed. But no, it wasn't Mike. He was at VCF Midwest. I own a PowerBook 140 in parts, but a friend is offering me a couple of worn out clamshells in exchange for a 2012 MacBook Pro. Worn out? How worn out, Luke? Let's just say the Intel MacBooks are only decreasing in price. So there you go. I need to find one of the original modular docks for the G5 generation iPod with the stand-in bracket. Those are called the universal docks. So if you search eBay or whatever for iPod universal dock, and it has the little black circular infrared thing. There's actually one on my shelf right there. If you search for that, and there's a little black circular infrared thing, that's what it is. And they came with the inserts too. So, all right, looks like portables and iBooks is winning. So I guess I have to go get some portables and iBooks. I have a whole basket of them. In the other room. I don't know if I ever went through them all to see what works. I guess we'll do that because the people have chosen. Oh God, this is terrible. Okay, so looks like we're going to be looking at portables and iBooks and PowerBooks and all that fun stuff. If we have time, we'll be looking at Macintosh clones, and yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, let's do I have my little be right back thingy here? Yes, I do. So let's do that. You guys chill to the groovy music here, and I'm gonna grab some PowerPC iBooks and PowerBooks and junk, and hopefully I have a power adapter around here somewhere. Or hey, wait, hey, look at that. We have one for some G4 products, so that'll be helpful. And yeah, I guess we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. And let's hope I don't just fall in my basement and pull the wrong thing and an avalanche happens. But I'll be right back. Hopefully. Alrighty. I guess I should end this poll. Alright, yeah. Over 50% of the people wanting PowerBooks. We got some PowerBooks and iBooks. These are not the only ones we're going to be looking at today. Do not worry. Let's just scroll up on the chat, see if I missed anything. Okay, so here we go. We had 74 votes. The final total was 48% wanted to see a PowerBook or an iBook. 37% wanted to see Macintosh clones. And 13% of the people wanted to see plain old Mac desktops. How about that? What's the model of that Trinitron monitor in the background? You'll have to be more specific. This one over here, if you're referring to that, that is a Trinitron Multiscan G500. I saved that from the dump site when I picked up the G3 Molar Mac. So, hey, it works beautifully. There's another one like it in the garage, but its plastic is more screwed up. All right, so let's take a look at what the heck we have here. And first, let me unplug this power cable for that light that you see in the corner there. Oh, boy. Hey. All right, this is... Hold on. We have to situate our camera here better. I do have another webcam. Here it is. Oh, this is going to be fun. We have to plug this in. Let me get an extension cable and hope we don't freeze anything. Okay. And yes, we have a lovely lime. This is actually a key lime. Clamshell G3. We'll be looking at that probably in a little bit. Get that unstuck from my foot. Let me plug this into the Mac Pro behind the desk. Move this light out of the way, I suppose. Okay, so when we plug in this webcam, let's hope that nothing freezes, because that would be bad. Ugh. Extraordinarily bad idea. All right. Hello, everyone who's just joined. Sorry, just plugging things in. We'll get to some things in a moment. One moment, please. I'm in such a weird position here. This is so weird. Okay, let's see if this camera wants to work, please. Nope. Wait. There we go. Nice blurry mess, because where's the camera? It's facing itself on the ground. Well, we have to clean that up a little bit. There's some schmutz on the lens there. There we go. No, that made it worse. I guess that's fine. All right, so the Keylime iBook was a Apple online exclusive, so you had to order it on the Apple Store on the interwebs there. And let's get this all situated and make sure the camera is set to the right thing, the microphone rather, which it was not. So if I switched it, that would have been silly. Hey, look at that! The color of this camera is much better. It's a very technical term. I use only very technical terms here. Okay, so let me... Wait, where's it? Here's the tripod. This is what I was supposed to do. I don't think he got booed, did he? People might have laughed, but I don't think anyone booed at the color of the frickin' iBook. It wasn't the, you had the graphite one and you had the key lime one. You didn't have to buy the key lime one, and that's probably why it was an online exclusive. You didn't, whatever. I mean, I don't remember him getting booed, and I watched those things like they're home movies. All right, this screw is not going into the camera correctly. So let's switch camera so you don't get motion sickness. Sorry. Why is there tape all over that camera? There's a good reason. I don't remember the reason, but there's a good reason. Okay, let's stick this on this little tripod. You didn't see that? Nobody saw that. It's fine. We didn't drop anything. We didn't drop anything. Okay. All right. All right. There we. Okay. Hey, look at that. We're semi-professional. We have things. Okay, so are we? No, the answer is no. So we have two iBooks here. Point the camera down slightly. There goes the tape. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, so we have a 12-inch, which is missing a battery. I think this is an iBook G3. Yeah, just iBook G3. Wow, that keyboard is nasty. See if we clean that up. Oh, this has a cracked screen. I do have a spare screen somewhere. Won't be fixing that today, but I do wonder if it boots up. I have no notes written on this thing, so we'll figure that out. Then we have this. Now these iBooks were given to me from a recycler. He couldn't get them to work or whatever. Didn't want them. Couldn't sell them. This one's pretty nasty. Well, it's pretty yellow, but oh come on. This keyboard smells like dirty feet. It is a 14-inch iBook, which I don't think I had before. This is a G4 one, I think. Great thing about these is the keyboards just come right off with these little tabs. And they usually have a sticker with the specs right there. Oh, a G3 800 megahertz, I think. That might be the fastest G3 I have. Maybe it's a G4. I have no clue. We'll look it up in a moment. Yeah, this... I really did not know too much about the white iBooks because I had that clamshell for the longest time. That guy. I had that guy for the longest time. Well, thank you very much, Riley. Yeah, we're going to be playing around with these for a bit. Let me plug in the PowerBook so we can actually do some stuff. And we'll get a picture-in-picture going so you can see my smug face while I'm playing around with these. Oh, boy. I wouldn't say it lacks optimization, Steve. I have no clue. I didn't build the sorbet. Now I want sorbet. Some ice cream, some apple pie with some vanilla. All right, sorry for all the noises of whatever. What am I talking about? I don't know. What's going on? Who? What? All right, so let's go to our picture-in-picture thingy, which does not work. So we're gonna have to double-click on things. Oh, OBS. Remember why it's so easy to use a different piece of software. Alright, so we're going to click on that, and then this is going to go to the other guy. No. This one. No. The other one. No. Oh, boy. And we'll wait for that to go there. This goes here. It'll all make sense in about 5 minutes. I'm the only one laughing. Okay, so, well, I'm the only one I could hear laughing. You might be like, hey, look at that dork. Okay, so we got picture-in-picture here. Oh, and that broke everything, didn't it? What the heck, man? There we go. That's more Steve than you need. But anyway. Okay, so we got some iBooks here. We're going to be tinkering around with them. Let me get one of these power cords plugged into some power. I have a spare outlet up there. So I have the risk of strangling myself with all these power cables running everywhere. But that's okay. We'll close the door to the fuse box, circuit breaker, whatever the modern term is for it. Alright, shove that into place properly. Ooh, yes, Trina, that is fine. If you need help with your microscope, happy to assist. Alright. I'll do it while Bruce is streaming so I'm not missing anything. I'm joking. Alright, so we have this power brick. This is, I think it's a 45 watt. It is so worn. 65 actually. There we go. These will work on the PowerBooks or the iBooks. So now these iBooks. If it's the clamshell iBooks, no, it will not work. But the white iBooks, it'll take this. So there we go. We have a little, let me adjust the tripod here so you can see things a little bit better. Just a little bit better. It's a weird voice. I sound like Winnie the Pooh. Okay, so we have the orange, amber light, whatever Apple called it. That usually means it's charging or whatever. I mean, there is a battery here. Which has no light on it. I don't know, but my electric bill may be expensive because I left those G5s on for a while. So that was not fun. Alright, so we have this iBook here. I don't know if it turns on or not. Seems dead as a frickin' doornail. $70 people watching. Hello, everybody. Hopefully everyone's doing well. My goodness. Did not expect so many people to jump onto an impromptu Steve Does Things thing, but thank you very much. Alright, so this one does not seem to want to cooperate here. Let's take a look inside. I don't know if there was ever any damage on this thing. Oh, come on. We got this keyboard out before. Don't be fussy. Alright, well, all the screws are still here. So if somebody did take this thing apart and fuss with it, I don't see anything out of the ordinary. We do have no airport card, so that was taken out or just never had it. This is a iBook G4 14-inch, I believe. And, yeah, so we have spot for an airport card. Under this is where you can install the memory. And look at that, Apple actually gave you instructions back in the day to actually install the memory and upgrade it yourself. How about that? You wouldn't do that today, huh? Likely due to Radeon 7500 GPU failure. Oh. Yeah. I forgot about these. Yeah, some of these did have graphics card failures. I totally forgot about that. I thought sometimes it would just... yeah, I mean, that would explain it. Maybe we came to that conclusion last time and I just forgot. Well, the model is 800 megahertz. I believe it's a G3. I think 256 megabytes of memory, 30 gigabyte hard drive, and a combo drive. That is a CD burner and a DVD reader. Well, see, let's look this thing up, because like I said before, I am not 100% familiar with all the iBook models because it's not something I really paid attention to. Hold on, let's get the old Mac tracker out here, and we'll determine this once and for all. We learn here at Mac84. All right, so we have an iBook. This is a 14-inch model, and this is 700 megahertz. I'm looking at Mac Tracker, and that's a G3. So this one looks to be, yep, this is from November 2002. This is a Power Macintosh G3 processor. So we have a PowerPC, G3 processor at 800 megahertz. It's a 14.4-inch LCD screen, or 14.1, I can't read. 32 megabytes of video memory, which does us nothing because apparently the GPU was bye-bye. Yeah, so that's not fun. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of questions in the chat. I apologize if I cannot respond to all of them, but I will try, and I do appreciate them. There's a lot of people and just going boy. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have anything, because I have a lot of G3s that are like the iBooks and the iMacs, and I think the fastest ones I have are like a 600 megahertz iMac. This might be the fastest G3 I have in the household, at 800 megahertz G3. But would the GPU even cause it not to turn on? Because that's a little weird. I mean, I don't invent these problems, or I'm not an electrical engineer, so I don't know how some of these things work. Let's make this a little bit. There we go. Your iBook G3 is so dead, the charging LED doesn't light up. Well, there you go. Yeah. The Apex guy used to be the iBook guy. That's when I started watching this channel. My goodness. I guess let's open this thing up a little bit. Let's see. It's not doing anything for us. Might as well unscrew some things. We need the right screw bit. This one is not going to help us do anything. Oh, where did I put my tools? Hold on. Wait. Some of them are in this thing. These drawers that I have. I think I put tools in here. Yes. I didn't lose all of them yet. Okay, so try moving the battery. Yeah, we'll get to that. All good suggestions. Thank you. All right, so we got, just use a Phillips here. And you know what? I'll just use this guy because this one's already out there. And that fit? Yeah, that did. There we go. All right, let's put this over here. Even sitting on the charger for days. Reset the PRAM. Sometimes that does work, but I don't know. All right, so I'm just going to take a look at this, and I want to just see if there's extra memory installed. Let's just start with basic things, okay? So there are 2 screws here, I think. Or maybe just the one. There might just be the one. Oh wait, I did the wrong one. That's I was so excited I did the wrong thing. We'll put that back. Nobody has to tell anything. Okay. Oh, color balance. You know what? I sympathize for people that are like, your color balance is bad, I'm not going to watch it. But my eyes aren't the best to begin with. I just don't have the time or the machine to do, like, color balancing. I try and get the colors to look not terrible. And so I apologize if anyone does not like the colors of my scripted videos or the main videos or whatever they call them. I try, but you know what? To be honest, sometimes I set the camera at the wrong thing, and the camera's on the wrong thing for the whole video, and there ain't nothing I could do except go back and reshoot, and I don't got time for that. So, so we're gonna remove this airport clippity-doodle. Can we get this closer? Yeah, sure we can. We have an extension cable. Sorry for the trip, guys. 1 second. Whee! And hold on, this camera can move down. Oh, Lord. Sorry if everyone's getting sick. Just close your eyes. I'll tell you when to open again. Okay, get open. Mine is fine. Well, that makes me feel better because I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so, hey, look at that. We do have memory here. A 512 megabyte module. Wouldn't it be funny if that was like causing the problem? Like the memory module was not correct. And this, let's take this out. This is a beefy module. Look at all those chips on there. 512 PC 133 SD RAM. Well, Transcend, that's a pretty good brand. So if this thing doesn't work, at least, hey, we got some memory out of this thing. How about that? I'm going to put that to the side. Let's unplug this thing. Let's sit for a while. It looks like the trackpad, is that seated all the way? Kind of. We have the airport antenna here. Let's plug this thing back in. So now it's green. Still no difference. Let's take out the battery. Unplug this guy. Sorry, I'm trying to reach the mouse to click on something. You just refresh the stream thing because YouTube does this thing every once in a while where it freezes up things, which is great, but it doesn't. No, it's not great. It doesn't give me any of the information like how many people are watching, etc. It said I had 30 people watching. I refreshed it now. It says I have 61. So that just tells you how accurate it is. All right, so let's take out the battery from this thing. Hopefully we don't break my thumbnail off in the process. No, we could be smarter than that. Where's a coin? Or an old piece of memory. I mean, either way. No. You're losing them, Steven. You're losing them. Where's all the thingies I used to have in here? Here, PCI bracket. There we go. That was stubborn. Oh, there goes another piece of metal on the floor. The bend down. Hey, Greg, how's it going? I should probably get another light here because it's too dark. I apologize if it's too dark, guys. We'll try and grab a light in a moment. Whoops. See, I'm reading the chat and grabbing the camera, and now we broke ourselves. I don't believe this one has a battery in it. Does this have a PRM battery in it? I don't think so. Like I said, I'm not really too familiar with these models, but... Alright, so let's plug this in again. Still not happy. Still not happy. So, someone in the chat, whoever has experience with these machines, or if you want to do a googly-doogly search, are these machines with the GPU failure, when the GPU fails, does it just refuse to turn on? I would assume you'd get maybe some weirdness on the graphics and stuff, but I don't know. I have no clue. But take out this keyboard cable. Well, it's kind of taped in there. Oh gosh, it's been ages since I've taken apart one of these machines. I mean, really, what is that going to do? Absolutely nothing. Ooh, I feel the electricity. I feel it. I feel. How can I reset the PRAM when I can't turn the machine on? That's a problem. Command Option PR ain't gonna do nothing when the machine has no idea that it's on. Let's see, I'm just looking around here. They charge up when the Mac gets plugged in. Okay. So maybe it's like the 12-inch PowerBook where it's soldered onto the board. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Let's see. What are we on here? Should I open it up? I mean, I don't think we're gonna find anything out about this thing. If the GPU is dead, I don't know. I don't know. If that's gonna help. Hey Garth, how's it going? I really don't know if that's gonna assist this machine. So let me put this to the side for a moment. We're gonna get back to it. I'm just curious about this other one, the G3 that we have, which our camera is currently perched on. So I move those screws and everything over here. Try not to lose them. Okay. Yeah, if it had GPU issues, I would assume it would have turned on, but who knows? Macs are silly. All right, so we have this iBook. This is a G3. And let's see the specs of this guy. It is yellower in person, I could tell you that much. Hey, look, we have an airport card in there. That's worth it alone. 700 megahertz, 128 megabytes of memory, 20 gig hard drive combo. So unfortunately, the screen on this one is cracked to oblivion. We do have a VGA out port. Some of these only had the composite video out, but the G3 series in the white models actually had VGA out. So you have this mini VGA adapter. I do have one of those somewhere. Your iBook says hello. Well, hello from this iBook. Let's see if it turns on. Really? These are just stubborn, huh? Well, I guess let's take out the airport card, see if there's weird memory installed. I have no clue. So the airport card is this 802.11b Wi-Fi card. You snap this clip up here like that. You see that? That's how it goes. Yeah, PowerBook is good. I've used it before. And we have the antenna. We got to remove the antenna. Some people just rip these things out. Not good. So there's our lovely 802.11b airport card. How about that? Put that to the side. And I mean, these machines were given to me as junk, so someone had tested them already. So it's not surprising to me at all that they are not turning on. But let's see what we can figure out. They were in my pile of parts machines anyway, so we're not exactly dealing with the best hand here. Hey, we have some memory in here too. This is a Kingston brand module, which has no markings on it as far to tell us of, oh wait, it's a 256 megs. Alright, so that's not bad. I was about to say, this label has a bunch of numbers on it and nothing is useful. Alright. Just grab another brick. I'm too lazy to get my multimeter out. That's the problem when you have all of these parts. Okay, so let's shove this in here. Whoop. I saw the screen flash. I'm gonna hold down the power button. Better functionality, Steve? No, but there were third-party cards that did the same exact functionality as the airport card. To my knowledge, you're not going to find like an 802.11g one or anything like that that shoves in there. So I do have some PowerBooks that just happen to be sitting on my desk right here. I know these work, I think. This is a PowerBook G4 12-inch. And it has seen some better days. I absolutely love this form factor and love these machines. And we're going to bring this out to test our power thing, because I'm pretty sure one of these work. And there's no battery in here. So if this turns on, that means our power supply is good. Maybe this is a dead one. Who knows? Might be a dead power supply, like you guys said. Well, I have another iBook here. A PowerBook, rather. Where do they get all of these from? Just keep pulling them out. This one, again, has no memory. And no battery. I can't remember why. Or exactly where I got them from. This is probably from the e-waste place in Brooklyn. They had a few PowerBooks and such there. Yep, that works. So the PowerBook does work. So we know that. And yeah, these are beautiful machines. This one will turn on. I think the hard drive is bad. Maybe? Wait. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's actually booting up. Well, Sad Mac, I think we answered our question. Because this doesn't have a battery in it. Or maybe your stream is delayed and you're chatting in the past, but look at that. He's all happy. Let's let that boot up. I'm going to get a proper tripod in here so that camera is not flopping around. What does that say? Bob. All right, Bob. Thank you. I guess I have to use my tripod over here. My fancy one. Big old clunky, chunky tripod. Yeah, I don't know why they put the charging port on different sides, but they did. And that's just what they did. Alright, so let's move this. I'm going to take the tripod mount off here. Sorry, folks. You're going to get... I don't know if the metal shielding is the same, but it's similar. Apple was always very interesting with their stuff. They would always make things slightly different just so you could interchange them. Back in the days and currently. So. Alright, so let's get this on there securely so we don't have to use that little tripod that I'm going to constantly knock over because I am me. And let's move this. Okay. We have to put the cable under here, our stack of Macs here. Oh, don't drop anything, Steve. Don't drop anything. Okay, all right. So let's sneak back to the desk here and try and not step on anything or break anything. That would be bad. That would be extraordinarily bad. Okay, so let's continue here. Whew. Oh, that's not too amusing of a shot there. You just need to see the computers, not me. All right, so let's get this out of the way. Let's put this thing back on the tripod here so we don't lose it. And I'm putting it in upside down, so we're being silly. All right, great. So there. All right, so let's move this iBook so this poor stack of PowerBooks is not on top of it. There we go. All right, so this poor iBook. Let me put the this little memory guy back in there. I guess I'll put the RAM back in there, and I'll note that it has extra memory, because otherwise I will just lose that memory. That is exactly what will happen. So I'm just putting this metal bracket guy back in there, and then we'll play around with the PowerBook for a second. I remember I went to the Apple store, gosh, this is years ago, and I had gotten an iBook G3, and I think it had a video problem or a logic board problem or something. I got it secondhand, but it was still covered by AppleCare, so it wasn't that old, and maybe paid $50 for it or whatever. And I got that, and I guess we'll move this over here. So this is There, we'll fix that in a moment. But I got this iBook, and there was something wrong with the screen, the logic board, and we went to the Apple Store. Of course, I couldn't drive at the time, so my whole family went to the Apple Store, and the metal plate was missing, the one I'm putting in here now, which covers where the RAM is. That plate was missing, and they were basically like, well, we can't help you because we don't know what is wrong. We'd have to fix this or that or whatever. And I think either the screen was broken or a cable was broken or something, but they refused to replace just that thing because Apple's stance is they would fix everything, unfortunately. And so they did not want to touch it, and I left, very unhappy because they wouldn't fix the iBook. But, it sort of forced me to fix my own darn machines, and sort of am where I am today. So I guess, it wasn't all terrible, but I would have been pleased as punch if they would have said, oh yeah, we'll just fix out, swap out whatever thing because it's still under Apple Care, but I opened it up or somebody opened it up or whatever, and they were not happy about that. Just like Apple is today. You go and open up their stuff, they're like, no, we're not gonna fix that. All right, why won't this airport card go back in? There we go. Oh, don't break, just there. All right, whatever. Close enough. I'm not gonna be using this iBook because it doesn't want to turn on, but at least we could close it without breaking anything. All right, so let's put the iBook there. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat here. iBook guy. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Sorry. Go to your local Apple Store. That's dumb. Okay, so, yeah, this guy is working. I think I played around with this on one of the PowerBook streams where I did the SSD. Because I think I reset the passwords to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Ah, poo. Oh, wait, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very secure password. Hey, the basement, how's it going? Enjoy your videos and your content. Thank you very much for joining. We are testing out some PowerBooks and junk today, just looking at some stuff. We'll probably have to put an extra light on here because things are dim, even though the screen is maxed out. I want to get the specs of this, and I'll put a label on it. This is a 1.33 gigahertz PowerPC G4 PowerBook with 256 megabytes of RAM built into it. We do not have any additional memory. We have no battery. This is a PowerBook 6,4. Exactly. It's amazing. Same exact combination on my luggage. All right, so where are my labels? I had some label. I could get my label maker. We could print out some labels because, yay. All right, so let me get a thingy. We'll figure it up here. People are talking about Discord. I am trying to launch my own Discord. There's some fabulous people who may also be in the chat that are helping me test it. I hope to launch it within the next few weeks or a month or whatever. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be funsies. I've had it in like beta for over a year now, so it's time we move on from that. All right, let me get another light in here so this isn't so dark and it's hard for you to see. Pretty beat up, but it works. That's cool. I'm glad that you got a PowerBook working. They are fun. All right, so let me get this external light plugged in. Maybe we could actually see what the heck we're looking at, huh? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Now, where's the power brick to the... Here it is. And I'll have to get our label thing. That's... Label maker I haven't had plugged in a while, so... I've been labelless. It has been a labelless time. Oh, boy. Hey, we have light. How about that? Alright, so let's fidget with this so it, kind of works. Maybe. Too much light. Too much. Whatever. Sure. We got light. Not my fault the PowerBook screen is dim. Oh, we could always adjust it. Kill it just a little bit. That's the weep. That's fine. Don't worry about being late. We're just hour 1 of our whatever. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. Oh, the label maker. Ah, poo. Oh, almost fell. That wasn't fun. All right, let me get the label maker. I'll be right back. Let's see if I can find all the cables for this label maker. My goodness, that's not going to be fun. I think I shoved all the cables. Here it is. Holy crap, I found something I was looking for. This is scary. This is scary. So here's the label maker. It's a good label maker. And we just need a USB cable, which again is right here. I am worried. I'm finding things. This is scary. Call a priest. There's a ghost in the house or something. All right, so oh, we're making stupid jokes. All right, so we could probably plug this printer into our keyboard. Our very messy desk. Oh, come on. Oh, our desk is terribly messy. Where are we gonna put this? I guess we'll put it here for now. We have no other place for it. Oh, I need to move some things around on my desk. This is absolutely terrible. This is terrible. It's got 2 cameras here. Hi. I do have a keyboard extension cable. I don't know why the heck I'm not using that. Let's get up again. Oh boy. I have a titanium book somewhere. I don't know if the hinges are intact though. Jay, if you're still watching, thank you for the extension cable that I'm about to plug in. There we go. We actually use our keyboard in a place where we can reach for it. What a concept. Okay, as I'm stepping over things, trying not to die. Oh, God. Okay, so let's get this settled here. Actually, pull this keyboard closer to me. Oh, God, this is a mess. All right, let me use the drawers here and just stash some things away, which I will quickly forget about. That's where they are, but that's okay. That makes for good entertainment. No, it doesn't. But anyway, we have a power supply we're working on. We can put that away. Don't tell anybody. Oh, God. What capacitor fell off? What? I mean, oh, it's a screw. Okay. We got this solder station thingy. You go over there. Yeah, looking better already. No, we're not. We're just lying to ourselves to make ourselves feel better. It's the American way. Got some cables, got some tools. Gonna shove everything in this drawer and worry about it later. And then I'll just ask the audience where I put everything, and we'll all be fine. Okay, so yeah, the app thing used to work on the YouTube app on iOS because I used to do it all the time, and then they took it away. I don't know for spam purposes or what, but how stupid is that? Very stupid. Well, you don't have to at me. I'll try and read the chat. How about that? As I knock everything off of my desk. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Dead battery. All right, so we can put the label maker here now. Yay. Oh, God. Which one of these cables is the right one? Sure. And then we have this power supply. 2.5 amp, 5.9 volt. Hooray. Yeah, YouTube is very silly. We'll just say that. All right, let's plug this in. I used to have this plugged into one of my Mac Minis, and it was basically just to do labels because the software was so old it didn't support the modern Mac OS. And then I found a newer version of the software. Hi, we're gonna switch to here for now. Wow, this camera looks like crap. Okay, I'll calm down, Jay. All right, let's see if I still have this software installed. Ah, come on. Where's the... Really? I thought I had the software installed. Well, I guess we're going to have to install the software. Everyone's desk is cleaner than mine. It's not like that's an attainable goal. That's like is your house going to explode in a fiery combustion if the rug catches on fire and all the boxes that are on your floor combust as well. It's not a contest. You don't want to win that contest. All right, I'm going to shove this memory back into this iBook also. Just for now. We could always play around with it in a little bit. Be funny if just like reseating the memory fixed this. There we go. I just don't want to lose these little screws that are on my desk because I totally will. Yeah, maybe it's the lens that's dirty. Hold on. Sorry, Joe. Just close your eyes, Joe. We'll get it fixed. I got an email from somebody asking me like something, and it was very clear that they thought like I got paid to do this or whatever. They're like, "Can you tell the company that sponsors you to do?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? Nobody sponsors me. Nobody in their right mind." All right, so let's clean off the lens of this thing. Sorry. Joe's like having a seizure. We're sorry, Joe. We will try and make it right. Close your eyes. There we go. Is that better? Worse? Which use one eye and then blink? Is that how that goes? I don't know. Okay. And somebody asked me why I was wearing the clear glasses. I don't know where my other pair is. I don't. So, sorry. Okay, what we were doing, playing around with this iBook and PowerBook, and we were going to label it. Okay, so we have the label maker. We don't have the software, which is fun. Don't go to sleep, you silly machine. What are you doing? You're like spitting out your disk? There's no disk in you. There's no disk in you. All right, so let's search for this. Smart Label Printer 440 by, what is this brand? Seiko, S-E-I-K-O. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. It's probably not how you say it, but you know what? You get what you get. Okay, let's go to drivers. Huh? What? How? Thermal printers? No, that's not it. Label printers. That's the ticket. Support. I know this is very exciting, guys. Hold on. I need to get this working. Software and drivers. Become a developer. No. Ooh, that link is broken. All right, support options. Downloads. Mac OS. Thank goodness. All right, so we have for Catalina. That's not going to work. All right, so maybe I have to go by the specific product. Printers. Oh, okay. Well, let's do a search here because this isn't helping me. Page cannot be found. Yeah, well, let's do a search then. How about that? All right, their website used to work because I used to be able to find something. Hold on, somebody super chatted. Let me scroll up. Jay says, this stream is sponsored by the House of Moth. I guess technically because he's shoving money at me. Thank you, Jay. Eep. Shorter videos that also don't make sense, but the occasional useful info. Sure. we'll go with that. So let me see if I can. Now I can move my keyboard closer. There, I could actually type like a normal human being instead of reaching over like a fool. Do we win a prize if we could spot other glasses somewhere in the basement? Yes. Time for an all-in-one stream. If I bring that thing down, I'm doing like filmed video of main non-live videos about it and everything. I will do it. I just not right now. I'm gonna like break my back. All right, let's try this again. Smart Label Printer 440 software. See, on the old hard drive I had on this before it died, I had the software installed, but yeah, not anymore. Not anymore, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay, so this is not exciting. I sincerely apologize, guys. I'm just trying to figure this out because we have drivers for Catalina. I don't want Catalina. Why don't you have like an old downloads button? Not everybody has the latest system. Let me go to archive.org and punch in this URL here and wait. Sorry. This iBook, PowerBook is still running though. So there's nothing wrong with this other than it needs a new battery and the page is not available on the web. Oh, that's super. Let's just try their main site. Let's go back. Oh, that's not archived either. Well. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I did have the software somewhere. I'm not booting up one of those machines just to plug in the darn printer. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see if I can just find... All right, here's the old website. Software and drivers. Oh, here we go. All right, so we have some stuff here that would be helpful. So we have software. I'm going to click download. Oh, that's nice. Doesn't have it on their server. Let's just do a Google search for the file. No, I don't want to go to Gmail. Oh, this is... Oh, Steven's trying not to use bad words. No bad words. This is a family-friendly stream, and it's pushing Steve to the extreme. All right. Well, I don't think this is gonna work. We have the old-fashioned labels. Let's not fuss with this while we're live because I don't think anybody, including myself, has the patience for this right now. So, all right, we have a sticker. We're just gonna put the sticker on it. So this is, we have a marker. We have a marker. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, so this is a, what did I say, a 6,4? Yeah, 6,4 PowerBook. Make this thing again. Sorry. So I'm gonna write works. And what does the hard drive have on it? It says Tiger. Yep, 10411. And this is a 60 gig hard drive. How about that? So this is a 1.33 gigahertz with 256 megabytes of memory with a 60 gigabyte hard drive. Now that hard drive would be an excellent candidate to replace because I think it is a very slow one. It's either like a 4200 or a 5400 RPM or some horrible thing. Yeah, and so that works. And okay, so we got a little label. We could put this where the battery is because there's no battery, but let's shut this bad boy down. The struggle is real today. This is my entire life. I just don't live stream all of it because it would get very sad and repetitive. Oh, there's a label on there. There's a sticker. Well, you know what? That's just there. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just a sticker. It's just a sticker. So we label that. That's all good. Put that in the pile. Now, what was wrong with you? You didn't want to boot up or anything? Feeling sorry for yourself? This is a 1.5 gigahertz. So this, I believe, is the last model they made. 1.5 gigahertz, 512 megabytes of RAM, 80 gigabyte hard drive, super drive, airport, and Bluetooth. So this is a pretty good one. I mean, it's a little beat up. I just love these things. I just love them. All right, let's see if we can get any signs of life out of this thing, huh? I took them off, Adam, and I don't know where I put them. So yes, they're probably in one of these drawers. Not all of them came to me with RAM covers, so they were from e-waste. So I got what I got. I think this one like made a noise, and that was it. Like the CD-ROM drive went like, or yeah, that's what it's doing. CD-ROM drive is making noise. Machine is as dead as a doornail though. No screen. Yeah, that's right. On the stream I even tried this with an external display. And see, it tries. I put a CD in there and everything, and it won't even listen to like something plugged in. These are not fun to take apart. So let me make a label for this thing. Where's my scalpel? I could cut this in half. There it is. Let me get up again. Ugh. Whee! I almost fell on my butt again. Alright, so let's... time for me to go. Thanks for sharing. No worries, Rudy. Have a great day. Take care. And let's just cut this label in half so we could use more. Hello, Alex. How's it going? And hello, anybody else who joined while I was not paying attention. Alright, so let's turn this way. Someone's phone number is still on it. See, the optical drive is on here, and it's making the whole thing go... And you might be able to hear it. You hear that? So I don't know what's going on. It's not happy, I can tell you that. So I'm going to write, does not turn on. Optical drive makes noises. Alright. Well, I could use PowerBook parts too. That's why I bought the darn thing. I thought I heard screws, but it's actually the little latch that holds the screen in. So, alright. So, we got one working machine. 3 questionable machines. Do I have any other parts down there? What other things am I hiding from myself? Got a firewire cable. Got some Mac Addict magazines. My goodness. Okay. PowerBooks. I should see if there are any other PowerBooks, because let's label the other ones. I didn't label these. So this one's dead, right? We got no signs of life from this bad boy. This is the G3 800 megahertz. I don't know if there's a SMC reset or any of those, or I have too many Ethernet cables flying around here. 1 second. Oh, wrong button. Hey, wow, this is a great stream. Move this way, and then like that. Hold, please. There we go. That's slightly better. PRAM reset. Well, you can't reset the PRAM if you can't turn the machine on. That's part of the process on here, I think. Let's see. Oh, we'll get to the Lime one. I need to find a power supply for it, but we'll get to it. Let's see. iBook G3 What is this? The Radeon one? Hold on, I have it listed here. This is the Radeon 7500. All right, so iBook G3, Radeon 7500, failure. It is not snowing over here. At least I don't think so. I haven't looked outside. Let's go to some web forums of the web. Good old low-end Mac. Here we go. Macintosh has called the dual USB G3 iBooks Apple's most unreliable notebooks ever. G3 iBooks were the worst by far, with more than half requiring logic board replacements. Apple created a warranty extension program for some versions, but not all of them. Interesting. White 12-inch iBooks became less reliable for the first 5 revisions, reaching a 73% failure percentage. Ugh. Didn't specifically mention the graphics, but that's a shame. That's a shame. So, yeah. G3 15-inch. You mean a PowerBook? Nice. I'm gonna check the weather now. I'm curious. Sorry. 21 degrees. My goodness. If there was any precipitation, it would snow. All right. From quick search. Oh well, then I did horrible searches. Yeah. All right. So this probably will have to be taken apart and looked at under a microscope. And unless you guys really feel like seeing that right now, I don't think that that's going to be the best use of our time. Just playing around with these machines and see what we can do with them. This one has a broken screen. Unfortunately, but if it worked, we could replace the screen. Oh boy. Is what really in the landfill? I do not follow. I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry. Well, I am, but come on, work. Work! Yeah, alright, looks like these machines are not too happy. Let's try and get, let's play around with some clamshells. I have some clamshells. I need to find the power cord for them, so just give me a moment. I'm going to put, like, the be right back thing on, so you guys aren't terribly bored, and you can get up and go to the bathroom, have a snack, or whatever you want to do. I will be right back. Let me grab the power cord, and, we'll be right back. Oh, we got a lot of iBooks. Let's let's sort through these. Hold on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Got color for everybody here. Oh, and there's a PowerBook on the bottom, which I believe has the power cord in the back. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, these are heavier than they look when you got like a stack of them and they're dusty because they're from junkyards and such. We'll clean them up. We got some paper towels here. They'll be fine. My goodness. So a nice Indigo one here. We'll clean this up as best we can. Yeah, it's just surface dust. It's just stuff from the old e-waste place or the bunny hay or whatever. I believe most of these don't have any issues. This one is missing the Apple logo, but that's a cosmetic thing. I think somebody online is actually making them. They look great. There's a nice tangerine one. This has the Apple logo. Oh, look at that. I do have the key lime one. We'll play around with that in a moment. It's just over there, and I have enough iBooks on the desk. Ooh. All right, so let's try and give ourselves some space here so we can actually work on these for a little bit without falling over and breaking anything, because we don't want to do that, right? So that's our heat gun. That has to sort of stay there. This could be moved there because I want to focus on one iBook at a time. And this might work. So let's move this guy there. Here we go. Make a nice little stack of them. Oh boy. Okay. Whew. All right. Now let's get ourselves situated. I'll move the camera in a bit. Here's a PowerBook G3 I got from the e-waste place, but it came with the original yo-yo power adapter. At least I picked it up with it. So we do have a power cord here, which is very important because none of these I don't think have working batteries. Unplug the G4 power supply that we were using before. Let's move the camera up a little bit. There we go. And let's plug this in. Now there was a recall of these yo-yo power adapters. I don't know where I'm looking. And they would just give you the PowerBook ones in return because this would fray. This little cable here. And this would fray. Or this would fray. And they just, they replaced them. So I wouldn't say the yo-yo adapters are rare, but it's uncommon to find a working one. And yep, we have a, I always forget the G3 models of Wall Street, whatever it is. Lovely PowerBook. And since we have that out, I guess we could play around with that for a moment too. Let's put the iBooks with the iBooks. Leaning tower of iBooks here. This is a Power Macintosh G3 that I got in May of 2020 from the e-waste place in Brooklyn that closed down. 12.2 inch screen, 233 megahertz, 32 megabytes in memory, 2 gigabyte hard drive, a 2 megabyte video, CD-ROM, and modem. Now I foolishly took apart 2 of these to swap the hard drive out, and I never finished that project, so I have to fix that. Is this keyboard not attached? No. I love the horse sticker on here because it reminds me that's where I got it from. The e-waste place. A cashless model. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I know the model names. I just confuse which is which. I know the Kanga is the one I don't have. I know that much. Then there's the one with the bronze keyboard and so on. This is nice because it has SCSI and VGA. So let me swip this around. Got all your... Oops, fell on my finger there. Got all your legacy ports there, which is great. A little bit. I don't think all the screws are in on this one. I think it turns on. Let's see what we have in Bay 1. We have a DVD-ROM module. Nice. And in Bay 2, we actually have a hard drive thing, but I don't think there's a hard drive in there. I think we took that out. Oh, that's a little bit... I mean, not the best, not the worst. I think I paid maybe $20 for it. Well worth it. And it even chimes. How about that? Yeah, this is actually broken off. There's a sizable chunk broken here. It doesn't bother me. I just won't use it for fancy video close-ups or anything like that. This is the only 12-inch one I have, though. I think all the other ones I have are 13-inch or 14-inch. Screams a little din, but there it goes. That's a good question, Steve. I have no clue. I do have a few of those somewhere. I don't know how working they are. I think I have one that works. This camera is sort of on a tilt. There we go. So this is the PDQ, pretty darn quick. Is that the nickname? Acronym? Whatever? Where's my water bottle? Steve needs a drink. A drinky poo. Yeah, these are fun machines. I think all the G3s had active matrix. I don't think this is a passive matrix screen. You were paying out the butt for the G3 models. You weren't going to get passive matrix. Oh, I love Independence Day. Yeah, 5300 is not the best speeds, I suppose. That 603 processor, whatever it was. Is that the other hard drive trying to spin up in the external bay? We have PowerBook hard drive. Yeah, there we go. Crap, I forgot it worked. Yeah, I did stream on this. Yeah, I just forget these things, so I don't play around with them too much. My goodness, so we have the backup hard drive, which may open. There we go. Oh, wow. I actually made backups on here. I should copy this stuff off like a responsible adult to a different system. Let's plug it into another machine and do that before I forget and make an ass out of myself. Well, you know, that's not too hard. Let me go grab an Ethernet cable. One moment. I have to grab one from one of these G5s. But Steven, if you cleaned your basement, you wouldn't risk death every time you go and grab an Ethernet cable. That is an excellent point. That is an excellent point. No arguments there. Alright, so let's plug in an Ethernet cable. And let's make sure our Mac Mini is turned on here. Maybe? Yeah, there it goes. And I might have copied the stuff over already. I don't know. Good old Apple Talk. Back it up to a stack of floppies. Absolutely not. It'd take way too long. You guys really want a 10-hour stream, don't you? I think that's what the Mac Mini is. Don't prove me wrong. Let's see if the Mac Mini is actually plugged into the switch. Hey, it is. How about that? No connection, huh? Well, spin over here. I prefer you don't clean it. Makes the streams that much more exciting. Oh, boy. Let's see if the Mac Mini is showing up on the Modern Computers Network, because that would tell if it's actually plugged in, which it is. And let's just see if the IP address is what I remembered. Open up System Preferences, click on Networking. It is not. It has changed. Sometimes things just don't show up in the chooser, but you could ping them directly. How about that? Type in our super secret basic password for all of our vintage Macs. There we go. We are on the network, baby. Backups. Do we have this here? No. All right. PowerBook G3 12-inch PDQ 233. How about that? All right, and backup 4 GB hard disk. Open that up. All right, so this isn't. I don't think it's too big. 200 megs. Ooh. Hurry up. Okay. Oh boy. So that's PowerBook. Do any of the G4 Mac Minis have optical audio out? I do not think so. I do not think so. This is just water. I am. Yeah. It's good water, man. It's very good water. Yeah, please back up your systems, especially if they have old data on it or OEM drivers and software and all that fun stuff. You want to back that up. You're welcome. Yeah, the optical audio out was on the MacBooks and maybe even the Intel Mac Minis then, if that's what Rich is saying. Stuff it, expand your Mac Addict demos. Sure. That's some high quality H2O. All right, so that's going to take a few minutes. Yeah, I don't know if I backed this thing up before, but we're just going to back it up to the Mini because that Mac Mini is backed up to the Xserve where I'm pointing. You can't see, but I'm pointing anyway. All right, so let's move on to a different camera here. And hold please. Did I have this on the right resolution? Yes, I do. All right, cool. It just looks funny, but anyway. Why did I hear lttstore.com? No idea what you're talking about. So, yeah, we have some iBooks. We're going to test these lovely guys here. We have a Tangerine. We have an Indigo. That's this color here. And we have 2 blueberries. Are any of these Firewire models? Let's take a look. See. Just by giving a little peek. There's a little peek. Yes, the Indigo one is a Firewire one. Excellent. So that's a second revision iBook. And we'll be looking at those in a moment. I would say the rarest of the iBooks is the Key Lime one. It's on the desk over there behind the PowerBooks. You can't see it. Just because that color was not offered, too commonly. And probably not a lot of people wanted the color, to be honest. I did. I thought it was freaking amazing. It is not Retro Techie. They do want to sponsor me. But I don't think that the monetary exchange is worth it, to be honest. I want to be able to say what I say, promote what I want to promote, without having to worry about, oh wait, are they a competitor to such and such? I don't. That's just me. I love the Lime iBook. I don't know, for some reason I always just love that color. I know it's not everyone's favorite color. Trust me, I know. But I like it. Yeah, the Indigo is a very dark blue. A lot of people call it blueberry, but it is Indigo. No, the colors that they came out with the iBook, you have the blueberry and the tangerine. Those are the first model. The first revisions only came in blueberry and tangerine. As Rich is pointing out, they did have a smaller screen resolution, so 800 by 600. That goes for all the clamshells. You can modify them with the 1024 by 768 screen. I think you do run into some problems with some software, and you have to do some open firmware hackery. I think I'm probably misremembering, but you can do that if you have a screen from like an iBook G3 non-clamshell. Later revisions came in 3 colors. That's indigo, graphite, and green. That's the Key Lime green. And yeah, so that was that. And then they switched to the white or the snow white or whatever one was white and silver, then later ones were just all white iBooks. But I love these things. They are beautiful. These I think all came from the e-waste place. They were probably under $20 each, just because of the amount of crap that I bought from that place. So you can still find these out there. They are 12-inch screens, just like this PowerBook here, and just like the G3 12-inch models, but they're only 800 by 600 resolution. They only have 1 USB port, so they're kind of limited. They don't have a microphone built in. Yep, Greg Rutke did make a G4 one, which is pretty neat. I kind of just like using them as stock. They're pretty nice. You know, they'll clean up good. A lot of them have broken plastics, or they're missing the leaf for the Apple, or the Apple logo itself. Doesn't really bother me a lot, but if you're bothered by that, it might take you a long time to find one that's in good shape. So I'm just copying a second folder here. It's about 50 megs. I think that was a system folder that I'm copying over. Oh, we have these just all system enablers. Whatever. I'll just let it copy. Is it just portable today? Well, we did a poll at the beginning of the show, and the poll won out that people wanted to see the portables. So we're going to be looking at the portables today. Well, technically, I think the trackpad and the keyboard functions actually use the ADB bus, which a lot of PowerBooks did as well. So technically, I guess it's not outside of the realm of possibility that you could hack an ADB port into one of these things. But, yeah. Oh, these colors, they do not look this dull in person. This is the camera, the lighting, or whatever. They look beautiful. In fact, if I switch to this camera, this is more of the color that's a little more what you would expect. What's in here? Just some hard drive stuff. I'm almost done here, folks. Here we go. And how about that? Excellent. Anything on this hard drive? That is mine. Oh boy. Yeah, there's some other stuff. All right, hold on. Let me get to the right folder here and make sure this stuff is backed up, because I don't know if I did it before, to be honest, and I don't want to lose anything. All right, so this is PowerBook HD. And if it's going to take a while, I'll just do this off stream, but I thought maybe I could just do it while we chat. There's a lot of stuff on here. My goodness. Alright, that I copied already. Sure. This is important. A Performa 400 hard drive image. Sure. Copy that over. You can multitask here. SCSI to SD, I think that's just that. Backups, Steve. I did that already. Steve's files, I think that's already another thing. Let me just double check. Do we have the same thing? Yeah, that's all the same. Alright, cool. So once this finishes copying over, in a few minutes we will be able to close this one down. Sorry, let me scroll up here. Blueberry looks a little dull. It is. You'll see it in better lighting in a moment. Oh, RetroTech, you silly. The rubber also picks up a lot of dirt, and cleaning them and restoring the color. Yeah, so there's some cleaning that has to be done with these. I did see some at VCF Midwest. A gentleman and his friend had a great table set up. I took some photos and videos that was in my VCF Midwest video part 1. I was planning to do a part 2. I just never got around to it. Maybe I'll incorporate that footage otherwise. But this guy had a beautiful collection of Apple stuff. Everything was in beautiful shape. Paid a lot of money for it, but their iBooks were in phenomenal shape. Probably some of the cleanest ones I've ever seen. How difficult it would be to turn a 2GS into a portable. I think I've seen somebody do that before. I don't know the password. Bummer. Is it running OS 10, Adam, or classic Mac OS? Because if it's running OS 10, you can just do that Apple setup done trick. My Blueberry has a blinking file when I boot. Is most likely a dead hard drive. Yes, that is correct, Jack. It is missing the operating system. The hard drive may be dead. That error does not distinguish if it actually has a hard drive in it or not. So, you have to figure that out. But if the hard drive sounds okay, you may be able to boot off of a CD-ROM. If you don't have a boot CD, you could probably burn your own, and you'll be okay. Anything of like macOS 9.04 or higher should be okay. Even lower sometimes. Alright, so this is just going to take another 2 minutes to copy over, then we're going to play with these iBooks. You're going to wipe it. Okay, well, if you do the Apple setup done trick, Adam, if you boot it up in single user mode and do that Apple setup done trick, you could just wipe the user directory. But if you want to do clean install, that's up to you. Either way works. That's piracy! Ah! I'm sure Apple has no care in the world of you downloading 20-year-old pieces of software. They could care less. Alright, so this is almost done here. I would love to set up my Xserve with NetBoot capability for OS 9 and stuff like that. I really want to do that. I know Jay from the House of Moth has been tinkering around with that stuff. I would love that capability. You found original eMac discs in the iBook box. I would love those, Adam. I have unfortunately too many eMacs to count, so if you have no use for them, please add it to my pile. NetBoot is an awesome thing. I would love to have that set up. I really need to. Because it would save me a lot of time, especially things that can't boot off of a SCSI drive or whatever. Whatever. You know what I mean. This is a live stream. I'm not going to correct myself. if someone was correcting my grammar and my English throughout the whole stream, we'd get nothing done. Yes, when Steve Jobs introduced the wall of iMacs, they were all net booting. That was cool. Setting up a netbook, Greg? Are you on the PC again? Ugh. I know what you meant to type, but it's funny. Almost done here. I don't have a room with cubes, you silly goose. Bruce should be waking up around now. We'll warm all of you up for his stream that's happening in about 4.5 hours or so. Only one Mac at all. Well, Vintage Hillbilly Shack, that is something that, you could change. You never know. You can find things at pretty reasonable prices. Unfortunately, some of this stuff goes for silly prices, but you go into Tinker Different or the low-end Mac Facebook groups and stuff like that, people are much more easier to deal with better pricing. Alright, so let's move this PowerBook out of the way and we'll get to some of these iBooks. Let's go with Tangerine first because that's on top. Let's put this back in this bag. Alright. Right, this beautiful Tangerine iBook. Let's move this a little bit closer to me. I can move the camera, maybe, so it's not as awkward of an angle. Just give me a second here. You see all the crap in the background, but who cares? Not you guys. You want to see the iBook. All right, so here's a lovely iBook Clamshell G3. Let's open this up. We still have the Apple logo here. There is some cracking here. The keyboard does have the orange accents on the keys. Let me lift this up here. So that is the original keyboard. Sometimes people replace the keyboard. And there you go. So, yeah. I do not think I am going to stream for the next 4 hours. No. Everyone would like me to. But they don't have to deal with me being grumpy and tired for the rest of the day. I do. Okay. So, let's plug this into power. We have a few slots on the side. We have a modem for a dial-up modem, 10100 Ethernet, USB 1.1, and audio out. No video output capabilities on this original model. Alright, so let's move the mouse over here. And we could hide... hold on, let me move this here. It's picture-in-picture thing. Where's the option button? I look terrible in that thing. Oh, that's close enough. All right, so my head is backwards and disjointed, but whatever. Okay, so yeah, she does too. All right, so we have this iBook. Let's boot it up. Oh, look at that. And that as well. Yeah, e-waste places, things on enthusiast sites, and places like eBay. You never know what you're gonna find. Just keep save searches and keep looking. Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, all that stuff. The screen is on. It's a little dim. Here's the hard drive. Come on, baby. It's looking for an operating system, this poor baby. You have something on there, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe you're just blank. very difficult to see in this lighting. Let's see if the optical drive ejects. And it does. Hard drive is making some interesting noises. Repetitive, but not like I'm dying repetitive, but more like, oh god, why am I booting repetitive? Free cycle, that's another good one. I don't know if this hard drive is happy. Do I have an OS 9 or OS 8 boot CD within arm's length? Not within arm's length, but if I stand up and move, yes. Oh, let me move the tripod for a moment. Sorry, folks. Whee! Have this booklet of CD-ROMs. I'm questioning my decision to move my desk in this orientation because it makes it very difficult for me to walk in and out without falling on things, tripping over things, and all that fun stuff. Alright, so let's get this sort of sorted. I guess we don't need this second camera angle here. It just looks a bit silly, doesn't it? Hold on. OBS, why are you silly sometimes? Just work. All right, there we go. University surplus, there we go. Spark stations, that's cool. That's cool. I know a lot of people here love those machines. All right, so let's give you a better look at the iBook here. All right, let's see if I have a CD that'll boot up. I think I saw an iBook CD. I see an iMac CD. What did I miss? I thought I saw an iBook CD. Well, we have an iMac one, 8.51. That may not actually boot this. We do have a PowerBook one that is 9. That should boot it. These early CDs usually are not too picky. Like when the system may boot off, it may not install, but it'll boot. Woohoo! It shut itself off. That wasn't good. I pushed the C key and it just shut itself off. I mean, our power supply doesn't look bad. It's trying. There we go. It's booting off the CD. It's actually a PowerBook OS 9 Restore CD, but we actually do have a 9.1 disc. I could have booted off of that. But I'm an idiot, and I did not see that. Greg, what the hell are you talking about? Are you just having a conversation by yourself? I have no idea what 11.62 is. I probably missed something in the chat. The mouse is all the way over here. And who was talking about classic Mac Pros, Greg? Oh, God. All right. Oh, Big Sur upgrade. Okay. He is forgiven. All right, let's see. We have 128 megabytes of memory. Not too bad. The hard drive is not showing up. Let's see if we could format it. If it sees it. Drive setup. Oh, we do. Not initialized. There we go. Let's initialize this bad boy. New partitioning, Mac OS. Yes. That'd be cool if we get an OS on here, huh? Well, it'll boot up. I don't know if it'll install, but a lot of these CDs, you know, will let you actually like boot up and format the disk. So, iBook hard drive is what we're going to name it. Let's see if it'll let us. I don't know. We'll see. They'll probably complain. Like, this is not a G4. Continue. iBook hard drive, select. Let's do customize. Mac OS 9. But we do not need runtime for Java because we ain't going to use it. We don't need color sync. Personal web sharing. Yeah, why not, I guess. Start. Hey, look at that. It's actually going to install. Yeah, a lot of the early Apple install disks did not care too much. If it was the right operating system, it didn't really care. Right model, it didn't really care. A lot of the later ones did. A lot of the OS 10 stuff did, because they found out, I guess, people were sharing disks or not upgrading or whatever. But this is a PowerBook software restore. The disk is 691-2793A with system software 904 on it. There you go. I do have a 9.1 CD. In hindsight, that probably would have been a better thing to install, but we're just doing an install just for the heck of it. Now we get to ask questions, or you get to ask questions. I get to answer them during the install, I suppose, because that's what we're doing. You guys chose to play around with portables, and this one didn't have an OS on it, but the hard drive seems to be okay, which is miraculous to me. 22 minutes, really? Oh boy. I can see why NetBoot is such a nice option. This slow CD-ROM drive, I'm sure. No FireWire on this bad boy, unfortunately. What's happening here? Well, for anyone who's just tuning in, we have a bunch of iBooks. Can you see behind this one? No, because... Yeah, well... No, I'm not going to move that. It's going to shut off. But we have a bunch of iBooks, and we're just playing around with them. The folks in the chat voted on a poll, and the poll said, what do you want to see? You want to see Macintosh clones? You want to see desktops? You want to see iBooks? And we're playing around with iBooks. Yeah, the Blueberry, the original Blueberry, and the original Tangerine ones did not ship with FireWire ports. Yes, there are prototypes out there, but the retail models did not include that functionality. Unfortunately, it would have been cool if they did. Apple was probably just trying to make you buy a PowerBook instead of the iBook. That's probably why. And when the iMac G3s finally came out with FireWire, because that was probably it. I think the iBooks came out when the iMacs still did not have FireWire. Why put FireWire in the iBook if the iMac G3s don't even have it yet? So I think they were just trying to keep them, whatever. Trying to boot Void 64-bit. I guess it's a Linux PowerPC on my Core 2 Duo machine to back up an OEM install, and took like 10 minutes ripping a hair out on that one. Wait. You tried to boot a PowerPC distribution of Linux on a Core 2 Duo machine? I'm confused. Oh boy. Yes, the original Graphite didn't have... I forgot. Yep, the original Graphite one did not have... I actually have two of those. I didn't even know the difference between them before Greg Rucke gave me a heads up. But yeah, the Graphite one didn't have FireWire either. Oh, you grabbed the wrong disk. Okay, that explains a lot. I was like, wait, what sorcery is going on here? But nice to see you here. Nice to see you here, Brand. Sorry if I'm missing people in the chat. Smoking Cap is here. Nick is here. Nick was here before. OG Retropunk is here. Yes, Computer Clan and Greg Rucke did a video on it. Trust me, I'm well aware of that. I've seen that iBook. I've touched that iBook. That sounds wrong. It's a very nice little iBook, and I would not be surprised. And I have a motherboard from one of these machines around here somewhere. Would not be surprised if I went and looked at the motherboard of one of these things. You'd have the pinouts to the FireWire port on it. Maybe it's just missing a chip or so. Would not be surprised. About 15 minutes to go here. What time is it? It's about 3:47 p.m. We've been streaming for about, what, 2 hours, 10 minutes, something like that? 2 hours, 15. Oh, very cool, Sad Mac. Yep. Yeah, they are. I think the one I have, unfortunately, does not work at all. It's on the other side of the basement, but... the Xserve I have is a dual 2 GHz G5, And then I have, I forget what the specification is of the Intel one. It's a 2009 one that I got from my friend, Brian. Which they both run excellent, actually. Yeah, it's about 15 minutes remaining. What do you use the Xserves for? For backing up. So I have any PowerPC machines that use Time Machine, or most of them, do back up to the Intel Xserve. The Intel Xserve does have some other stuff on there that I just, big files. And the G5 one is basically the same thing, but for different machines. Maybe I'll install like an iChat server on there or something fun one of these days, but I don't think a RIP CD would take longer. The technology is pretty much the same as long as the optical drive is aware of, how to read a disk correctly. Usually CDRs, unless you're talking about the oldest of drives, like from the early 90s or the mid 90s, usually they don't really trip these machines up too well. You might have to adjust the layers or whatever. UT 2004 server would be an excellent choice. Unfortunately, I found that those servers run best on PCs. I know it sucks, but they do tend to run best on PCs. The configuration software for servers is usually a bit more advanced. Maybe you even get a little GUI on the PC. On the Mac, it's all like, oh, you just gotta sort of guess. Hey, Brian's here. Hey, didn't even see it. Hey, Brian. Yeah, you gave me the 2009 Xserve, and I'm so happy. You only gave me the one. I think you had a RAID one or another one, and it was very tempting. I just had absolutely no space for it. But thank you. I really do appreciate it. Macintosh Performa 205 CD. There you go. It's a PowerPC model, I believe. Not the best, but not the worst. A decent bridge machine, I suppose. Are they available on a rack or precariously placed on a table somewhere? No, sir. I will have you know, Rich, they are on top of my refrigerator. Why am I looking there? They are on top of my refrigerator. I mean, they stack well. Here, I'll point it out. See? On top of the refrigerator, there's also an Intel Mac Pro right there. Yeah, you don't look at that crap. That's all. It's a mess. It's more of a mess than there's an Apple box in the back. There's a lot of boxes. I have to clean up. Brian, I love it. Oh, Brian, I love you. How many Palm Pilots in your budget for this month? It's fantastic. Oh, hopefully you could afford plenty of Palm Pilots. Plenty of Palm Pilots. Oh, the refrigerator is off. That's the spare fridge in the basement. That's like when we have, once a year we have like family over and we may have cakes or food or whatever. That fridge is usually off and unplugged. So if it's sitting there anyway, you might as well have some servers on it, right? I mean, that's my thought process. For the bodies, yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe dead computer bodies. I should store some computers in the fridge when it's off. Some of those G5s are so clunky. Oh God, that's depressing to think about. I have so many towers. I need to start getting rid of some duplicates. I have to figure out my inventory first and understand what I have before I get rid of anything. But yeah. Oh, that's excellent, Brian. What model of Palm Pilot are you using? I love those things. You can get them pretty cheap because nobody seems to want them these days. Well, I'm not a drinker, so this isn't filled with beer or anything. I think there's some seltzer in there, but it's not even. I don't even. My wife drinks that. It's not even cold, but I have to bring that upstairs. Steve wants G5 tower. I have a broken one. I don't think anybody wants that. Do you happen to know if I can install OS 9 on a... Well, see, that's the thing. You put a model number for an iBook. I have no freaking clue. I'm going to check Mac Tracker for you. Let's see. iBook... what model is this? This is Mac Tracker, Every Mac. Great website. You'll find out what you need from them. 933 megahertz. Nope, that's not it. 1.2 gigahertz. That is an iBook PowerBook 6,5 model number. And that can run OS 10. Sorry, did not come with native OS 9 support. So I think you're out of luck with that. However, Mac OS 9 Lives is an alternative Mac OS 9 install. Has some extra drivers. It may work. I'm not sure. You'd have to go to their website and check that out. I'm not saying no, but out of the box it may not. Well, it doesn't seem to be. But the macOS 9 Lives install may work. Hey, Sam, how's it going? I have two I'm mainly using. Oh, the TX. Oh, a Life Drive. I love my Life Drive. Oh, that's a great one. Yeah, I used to tether. I had an old Palm Pilot that just had Bluetooth. To get internet on there, I would use my old iBook, and I would plug Ethernet in, and I would share. My PowerBook G4 12-inch. I would plug Ethernet in, and I would share the Wi-Fi or the Ethernet over Bluetooth, and that's how I get internet on my Palm Pilot. It was silly, but it worked. All right, so we do have an install of the Mac operating system on here. Let's reboot. And it should just boot off of the hard drive. In fact, let's eject that CD just so it doesn't try anything silly. Yeah, because I think all of these from the e-waste place were wiped with their hard drives. So there you go. It's booting up from the original hard drive. I didn't even see how big it was. Well, I guess we'll figure that out. Oh, Jay. Try to plan your dinner accordingly. Well, I'm glad. Why do I keep looking at that camera? I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm glad I am keeping everyone entertained and paying attention. I don't know when I'm breaking for dinner, but I probably won't make this a 9-hour stream because I have other things to do today. Old Gateway PC and trying to restore the hard drive. Well, go to archive.org, Stephen. There's a lot of restore disks and stuff. Look at that. It even picked up the orange background, even though this was a PowerBook install CD. Look at that. These macOS 9 disks have something special where it identifies the hardware or something, and it installs. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, it's fantastic. Got our setup assistant here. All right, what do you want to know? One moment, gathering system information. I have plenty of better things to do, like lie about cleaning up my basement. My name is Stephen. It is not 1904. It is 2022, January 15th, at approximately 3:55 p.m. Daylight savings time, I forget. Next. Oops, we went through one. No, I am not in Taiwan. I am located in closest to New York as far as the time zone goes. Sure, go ahead. This will be Steven's Tangerine iBook. I guess we'll set up a simple, normal. I cannot type. Normal, normal as the. I'll just put password. You know what? No, I don't want to put a password. I don't want it. Well, sometimes it just is fun to do it. That's all. You have not provided the password. Oh, there. Now I quit it. All right, let's see how big this hard drive is. 6 gigabytes. There we go. A whole whopping 6 gigabyte hard drive formatted to 5.59 gigabytes. There we go. So yeah, let's plug it into Ethernet and see if we can load up FrogFind or something fun like that, huh? Might as well. Oh. So we have Ethernet here. Thankfully, let me just make sure which way the plug goes in. This plug has a broken clip, but it should work. Browse the internet, baby. Setup now. No, actually, we don't need the internet setup. If we just go to TCP/IP control panel, it's already good to go. It's got an IP address, so if I double click on this, it'll open up Internet Explorer 4.5, the latest in internet technology. My goodness. How many likes we got? We got 47 likes so far. Well, I'm looking at the YouTube Studio page, which is always hilariously outdated, so I'm going to do a Command R to refresh the stream, or at least try to. I have to use my mouse like a human being and click on the thingy. Yeah, I know you can't open up the Apple Live page, buddy. Oh, what did I do? 51 likes. Hey, how about that? Alright, so it's not clear enough to run. Sorry, just catching up here. Love the trackpad button, so click it. Yes. Platinum sounds, or it didn't happen, Steve. Alright. Now, I can only really stand the platinum sounds for a little bit. They get on my nerves. But for anybody who does not have the ability to do this themselves. Let's see, make the sound loud. There we go. We got some platinum sounds going on here. Some of these are weak.
Uh-oh.
See, that submarine sound sounds horrible on this, but if you play that on an iMac with better speakers, it's awesome. Now, there is no wild eep, unfortunately. They took that out on OS 9. We'll keep Sosumi for now. Okay. Alright, and let's load up Microsoft's Mactopia. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to try and load Mac84.net. Oh, do I have to fix this stupid... hold on. I had to update the SSL certificate or whatever on my website, and it really screwed things up and got me angry. So I think I have to go to http://mac84.net for it to do anything. Oh, we'll just see what happens. Oh yeah, I have the those iSub speakers. I never had them when I was, when these machines were new. I picked a pair up recently. I haven't played around with them. Yes, you could plug in a microphone. I just don't have one and record your own sound effects. But let's get a frog find. What the heck was that noise? Is that the hard drive? Something went. I don't understand what that was. Or maybe that was the stupid platinum sounds. My whole life is a DNS error. Okay, the subnet mask is not exactly what it should be. Yeah, hold on. It got confused. Alright, let me put this in manually. Yeah, shut up. Shut up. It might just not like my gigabit router switch, whatever it is. Oh, quiet. Stop. Save. Let's see if that did anything. I don't want a new folder. It quits immediately? Oh, that's a good sign. Way to go, Internet Explorer. We try and open it up and Carbon Lib IE stubs could not be found. We just had you open! We just had you open! Well, that's nice, Adam. You're having better luck than I am. Oh, I can't click on... Oh, gosh. OS 9.04 is horribly buggy. I should have installed just 9.1. Lesson learned, I suppose. I don't even know if I want to wait to turn this thing on and off again, but sure. We have more iBooks to go through. But we'll give it one more shot. Put that CD back in here. Doesn't take much for you to need to reboot OS 9. It does not take much. Now let's put this PowerBook installed back in here. And we'll play with our OS 9 disk next. I assume those other Macs don't have OSs on them. Well, you got to remember 9.22, everyone makes this mistake. 9.22 was made mainly as an update for the classic environment. 9.1 is sort of what the best you're going to get. Like 9.2, 9.22 don't really add anything as far as functionality or anything like that. I'm not saying you shouldn't install them. I'm just saying, your expectations, they need to be adjusted. Well, OG Retropunk, I am sorry that you're stuck at work, but I'm glad I could provide some entertainment. Let's try this again. Oh, there we go. Security failure. We're getting closer here. Alright, let's... Oh, stop making your weird noises. Cannot be found. Alright, Frog Find loads up. We're saved. Thank goodness. Look at that. Look at that beautiful frog boy. That's very cool, Adam, that you have a lot of memory in a whatchamacallit, airport code in there. Yes, 8.6 is very great. I didn't have a disk handy, so I just put 9 on here. I think what OS did these come with? Now it's going to drive me crazy. Look up this iBook. This iBook originally came with macOS 8.6. So yeah, you could run 8.6. Fantastic. Alright, so we got our frog find by Sean of Action Retro. Thank you, Sean. Put in Mac84, see if it brings up my website. There we go. That's the frog find version of the modern version of our Mac84 site. I don't know why it doesn't want to find the HTTP version of my site. Security failure. Really? There's something screwy with that. I gotta set that up again. Nah, it really annoys me. Because I had it working perfectly, and a few people were very nice, and they spent some time to help me get the HTTP/HTTPS stuff working on a modern/vintage machine, and now the whole site is screwed up and it doesn't want to work correctly. So that's something I gotta deal with. But, alright, so let's shut this down and let's go to the next iBook. So, let's just take a note here. 128 megabytes of memory. And a 6 gigabyte hard drive with OS 9. Alright, so let's shut this guy down. And we'll probably have to tinker around with the other machines. Well, Adam, you have an old airport base station you could set to 802.11b mode, or you have a Mac running Tiger that I'm sure you could simply slap in an Ethernet cable to, and then broadcast 802.11b signal and use internet sharing on. I mean, come on, these are things I know you can do. All right, this sticker, well, I can just put on the battery. That battery's not going anywhere. That's so I know what the specs of this machine are without plugging it in and turning it on, etc. So there we go. Our lovely Tangerine iBook. I'm going to put this over here by the leg of the tripod, and we'll bring out the next one. What do you want next, guys? You want a Blueberry or you want an Indigo? Let's take a look at these. Let's see. The Indigos, the Blueberries rather, I'm pretty sure are going to be very similar to the Tangerine. They're probably going to need a install and all this stuff. No, I could see the battery sticker thingy. One of these has a hard drive with the OS on it because I bought it locally and the person left their data on there. Alright, let's see what you say in the chat. 2 votes for Indigo so far. That might be the winner. Let's see. Both have batteries in them. Boy. Frankenberry and Blueberry. This Indigo is in pretty darn good shape. Look at that. No cracks whatsoever. Keyboard's slightly yellowed. We are missing an escape key. But, I mean, not the end of the world. Bottom of it is in good shape. Alright, well, let's do the Indigo first. I think it has a hard drive, so we won't have to spend too much time on it. Yeah, a lot of the optical drive bezels unfortunately fall off. That hard drive is noisy. Oh boy, it's booting OS 10. Oh god. Yeah, this is much less translucent than the Blueberry, just because it's a darker color. Well, I guess so. I don't know. Neat thing about this is you have the airport antennas going through here, so you had very good reception on wireless. Wow. My goodness. I hope this thing has more than 128 megs of RAM. I'm just going to say that. Oh gosh. This looks like it's Panther or Tiger. And we don't have Spotlight up in the corner. I'm going to guess this is Panther. Yep, 10.3.9. Oof. 192 megabytes. Although we are a 366 megahertz model. My goodness. But the original iBook was either a 300 or a 366. The Tangerine was probably a 300. So we have a slightly faster one. Here's a 366, but we do have Panther here. 192 megabytes of memory. Let's see how much memory is built into here. So we have 64 megabytes of RAM soldered onto the logic board and 128 megabytes of memory installed in that slot. So there we go. Not my exact memory recommendations for this lovely product, but that's what the previous owner had installed. I wonder if I installed Panther on this. I remember I got a machine that was locked and I just wiped it. Forget. Yeah, I think this is a fresh install of Panther. I think these could technically, you could put a 512 meg module in there. Let's see what Apple says, because Apple always said one thing, and then you could actually do a bit more. Yeah, so if you had 64 megs built in, the max is 544 megabytes of memory. If you had 32 megs built, 576. If you had 32 megs built in, you only had 544 as the maximum. So there you go. But this is, yeah, there wasn't really a difference between the FireWire ones and the non-FireWire ones, other than what I just said as far as the memory. You could only put in a 512 meg module, but I think Apple's was you could put in a 256 or something like that, and whatever. Yeah, what you guys are saying in the chat makes sense. I don't think I have I think I have a spare memory module from one of the other iBooks we just looked at, but I'm not going to be upgrading anything today. Just happy to have this set up. We don't have an airport card in here, but it's up and running pretty well. Yeah, it looks beautiful. It absolutely looks beautiful. I mean, just look at this. You could send me some good working. I won't say no to that, Joe. If you want to send me an email, Joe, at Mac84TV@gmail.com. I would be happy to have a conversation with you. I'm going to put my email into the chat. There you go. I have some DDR3 memory if anybody wants some, but I don't have a lot of older ones. So yeah. But, alright. Yeah, that's the thing. Apple would always say, it could do this or do that based on the modules that they had selling at the time, but they wouldn't necessarily update their specifications or anything. Yeah, Steven is the username. So yeah, I definitely installed Panther on this. So I was the bozo that installed Panther on this. Well, it's good to have a machine running Panther. Let's just say that. Alright, so let's shut this down and see how the other ones are going. Doing, whatever. We're about 2 hours and 40 minutes into this. We're not going to make this a 9-hour stream. Probably go for another half hour. I have videos to edit and other things to do on my Saturday. And then Bruce at Brankus Creations is streaming at 8 p.m. So, you have a chance to have a little meal, a little snack, and then Bruce will keep you all company. I'll just keep saying Bruce's name until he shows up because he may say he's sleeping, but I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Okay. So we have another iBook here. This is a blueberry. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. The keyboard is good. There's no cracks or anything. After you, Jay. Let's turn this one on. Speaker is a little bit shot on this one. Optical drive works. Hard drive made a noise. Oh boy. Do you have anything on your wee little hard drive? Hey, it's booting up. Into what? What are you booting up into? Apple II adapter. Well, Vintage Hillbilly Tech Shack, if you put links in here, YouTube strips them out, unfortunately. So, let me make you a moderator temporarily. You can put your link in the chat. How about that? There we go. Put your link in the chat. All right, we're running macOS 9 on here. Look at it, it's all blue. Memories. Well, Marcos, I'm glad this is bringing out some hopefully happy memories. A lovely machine. That's a good example of one too. It's in pretty darn good shape. I have to get a good place to stack these and keep them safe. I don't want to get them all banged up or anything because they are in really good shape. Oh boy. Yeah, I did some streaming with this one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we have letters I was printing out to the laser writers and stuff. Oh my goodness. I should back this up because I don't think I ever copied this data off here. There's not a lot on here, but we have a Mozilla macOS 9 installed that I tried on here, I guess. Let's go to Apple Talk. Ethernet, excellent. Let's see if this one needs a manual IP address typed in. Well, let's just see. Hey, look at that. It like DHCP right away. Frog find came right up. Thank you very much, Sean. Connect to our Tiger machine here. And we're just going to back up some of the desktop files here. Backups. Blueberry. iBook G3. And we'll say desktop. Open that up. Image writer stuff. This iBook was featured on a live stream before I even live streamed on YouTube. That really, look at these dates. July 2018. I am serious. This predates my YouTube streaming days, folks. I was sitting over here, back where, see where those shelves are? There used to be a desk there, and I streamed on that desk. And yeah, I used this iBook, and I was doing some Apple printer shenanigans or whatever. And oh my goodness, yeah, that was ages ago. Ages ago. Some documents on here. Wow, that just brought back a heck of a lot of memories. Those I wouldn't stream them on YouTube. I think I streamed some on Instagram and some on Facebook. I think I still, or maybe I did do one on YouTube, but with this specific one, I think I did it on Facebook. I don't know. I'm not sure. It might be on my channel ages ago. I'm losing my memory. I might have streamed to 2 platforms at once and tried to be fancy, but yes, sometimes I would wear a hat. I was young and foolish. Wearing a hat made everything dark on my face, which was not ideal. Alright, so, oh, that's right. Yeah, see, oh my goodness, this is bringing back memories. Okay, so the whole reason I was using this iBook, and I was going to try and use this page layout program to make a PDF and print it on the laser writer. And here I made, like, I scanned in this thing, and I was remaking this document and everything. And I was going to show it on the Macintosh portrait display and print it out and all this stuff. And I just did not have the time. I moved on to another project, and I forgot all about this. My goodness. Man, here's a little spreadsheet of my... Yeah, I was going to make like a mock-up, like, PageMaker or Doc and just, like, show how you could do page layout on the portrait display and all this crap, and... Oh, I never got around to it, man. That's depressing. Maybe one day when I'm old and senile, well, more old and more senile, I'll get around to it. Really? You're taking that long to copy 500 kilobytes? Yeah, put the link in your to your adapter, Vintage Hillbilly Shack. YouTube might have ate it, so paste it again. Let's see, we're going to copy over this 14 megabyte Mozilla macOS 9 installer. I'm pretty sure I have that on my FTP somewhere, but might as well put it here. My goodness, this machine is beautiful. Joe! Forgot Joe was here. Hi, Joe! Joe's here. There's two Joes. Oh, Welcome to Macintosh is a great one. Yeah, I have the DVD of them. Macheads, I don't recall if I watched that one, but I have the DVD of Welcome to Macintosh and actually bought something off eBay from that guy unknowingly. If I knew, I probably wouldn't have been as much of a jerk when he sent me the wrong thing, but... Oh, come on, you can transfer data faster than that, you silly iBook, you. Alright, Vintage Hillbilly Shack is giving us a GitHub link, and that goes to an Apple II to Atari Commodore joystick adapter. Very cool. Thank you very much for the link there, buddy. Appreciate it. Been back for about 30 minutes. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your afternoon tea. We are slowly watching files copy on this iBook. We have one more Blueberry iBook to test, and then I have no idea what the heck we're going to do, but we have, I don't know how many people we still have watching, because YouTube is silly, so I have to do refresh on this YouTube Creator Studio thing, and then I have to click on the current stream that's going, and we have 61 people watching still. Ooh, you fixed an Atari 130XE. I'm jealous I don't have one of those. It's really not that slow. If I ran period appropriate software on this, it would be great. I don't know why the network is being so slow. Maybe the Mac Mini is dying. Who knows? But fixed all your Apple IICs this morning. Well, someone's being productive. I'm not. I'm just noodling around. It goes faster. Well, let's do that. I don't think it's gonna go faster. This machine's a little sluggish. Well, let's see how much RAM is on this thing. Forgot to check about that. 160 megabytes. Not too bad. So we have a 32 megs of RAM built in. So quit some of the stuff that we opened up that we don't need. Picture viewer. Don't need the Internet Explorer open anymore. Yeah, so we have some free memory now. Yeah, it's copying still. Watched iBook never transfers files. I may try to fix up some Apple keyboards. I realize the white acrylic ones are easy to take apart and clean. Well, there you go. Very nice. Today was clean and assemble day. Okay, so you cheated. That's what you're saying, Adam. You got all the hard work out ahead of time. Oh God, I gotta get back to repairs. I have a lot of very patient people who are waiting for me to fix their things. I'll probably do that while I'm watching Bruce's stream. Maybe I'll join on there or something. I don't know. Not too overboard. Okay, well, Brian, you have to tell us, what Palm did you buy? Come on. What Palm Pilot did you get? I'm jealous now. Don't make me get one and beam files to you. C-Mac audio gives a death chime. Well, Joe, how much memory did you shove in that Macintosh SE? We might have a solution for you. How much memory, Joe, is in that Macintosh SE30 that still gives you the C-Mac, but the audio is loud and clear and gives you the death chime? Because if you put the amount of memory in there I think it did, I might have a solution for you. I assume you're using the stock ROM sim that came with the system. 8 megabytes. Ah, okay, damn. Because I was going to say, if you had 64 megs in there, the stock ROM sim won't be happy unless you put 64 megs plus 4 1 meg modules. But if you're still getting the C-Mac, try different memory. Make sure that the video ROM is seated correctly. Make sure the board is very clean, that there's no corrosion. Again, Joe, if you want to email me at Mac84TV@gmail.com, might be able to help you out there as far as recapping goes, or at least taking a look at it. I know, recapping can be a bit pricey. Not everyone's ready to spend that much on their machine, but I can take a look at it under the microscope. Maybe see if there's anything going on. But, oh, Adam, that sounds like fun. More to solder to the board. Oh, God. All right, so we copied all these files off. Let's shut this down and take a look at our last Blueberry iBook here. And I just noticed I had the LaserWriter 360 Select on this desktop. So this is the machine I was using to print to that LaserWriter. Palm TX with a different case was sold untested. A Life Drive with a different case. Oh, a Zyre 72. I think I have a Zyre 72 in the package. In the clamshell cheapo package that was like advertised to soccer moms and such. I think I still have one of those. All right, so this one's a bit worse for wear. We got some cracking around the Apple logo. Keyboard's a bit yellowed. Doesn't have the Apple in the back of it. But let's see if it turns on. We also got the keyboard. I bought one of those keyboards just because the keyboard I had did not have the driver CD in it. It's very sad. Hey, it's booting off of something. Screen's very dim, but it's booting. Oh, that's really dim. I can almost not see that. Hopefully it'll brighten up in a bit. Mint! Quote, quote. Hard drive does not sound happy. I'm just going to say that. I don't know. Once it boots up, we'll be able to hopefully adjust the brightness. Or maybe the LCD is just dying. Hopefully not. Yes, Joe is an expert at removing Vardas, I'm sure. But, oh. Okay. I remember this machine now. I remember this machine now. Guess what version of OS X this is running? Oh, gosh. Place your bets, folks. The answer may surprise you. Oh, boy. Yeah, I was going to do a video about like different versions of OS X, so that's why Panther was on one of these iBooks, and this version is on this one. And, oh gosh. Yeah, now I remember. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Still booting. Still booting. It would be great if I could just put SSDs in all of these, but I do not want to rip them apart. I really don't. get there. We got the dock. We're getting there. Last chance to guess the version of the operating system before I spoil it. Well, that's good to know, Brian. I'll keep that in mind and take a screenshot of your comment. There we go. All right, so we have some guesses in the chat. Let's go to About This Mac. Mac OS 10 10.0.4. 10.0.4. Jay, are you serious? It doesn't have the freaking search thing in the top right. Of course it's not Spotlight. You call yourself a vintage Mac person. You crazy moth, you. Yeah, so we have one of the first versions of Mac OS 10 here, 10.0.4, with 288 megabytes of memory. Woo! Yeah. So, yes. The keyboard on the speaker on this is a little weird. We have a battery indicator in the dock. Let me see if I get the camera a little bit closer here. Let me move some of these iBooks so I don't run them over with the tripod. Hold, please. Whoop. It's a bit better. Excuse me. No, I'm not putting an SSD in anything because I don't have any SSDs. I don't have any spare ones. All my things are in machines. See how big this hard drive is? Probably at least a 10 gig. Hopefully. Or a 6. Probably a 6. Oh, I remember the old spinning wheel. Look at that. Well, that tells me absolutely nothing about this disk. General information. It shows no information about the disk. Even OS 9 did. How big is the darn disk? Oh boy. There it goes, finally. 3 gigabytes. Oof. 2.2 gigs available. That's surprising. 2.2 gigs available. A 3 gigabyte hard drive. That's pushing this poor thing to the limit. We do have a battery meter here. We have text edit. We have a signal strength indicator for airport. We have a display system panel preference thingamajig. Yeah, this was the version of OS 10 where they tried to make the dock also be like a control strip, where you had easy access to things like, you know, you change the display or whatever. Let me close this. I said, let me close this. You had things like battery indicator, airport signal strength, you know, all this stuff. They really were trying to figure some stuff out here. Yeah, 10.1 was a big update. It changed a lot of things. We have a lot of different icons here for the mouse, for the keyboard. I love that keyboard icon. That's pretty cute. Looks like the Pro keyboards. Let's go to sounds. Or sound. And we have some noises here. Oh, this speaker is shot. Oof. Poor little guy. That's more appropriate for the poor little speaker of this thing. Yeah, I mean, the resolution is what it is on these machines. That's what you got back then. That's what you had available. Now let's try and go online, just for funsies. Oh boy. Let's shove this in the Ethernet port here. And let's pray we don't have to reboot while we change the network settings like some versions of OS 10. Coaxial adapter. I bet that's for networking. Oh, duodocks are fun machines. Alright, we have internet, but I'm pretty sure we want to look for network here. Yeah, there are 2 caps in the power supply that need to be attended to. Look at that. This window is so big you could barely get to the save button on OS 10. That's sad. Built-in Ethernet? Yes, please. Do we have an airport card in this thing? I don't know if we do or if this is just OS 10 being a little silly. Let's see, do we have a system profiler of some kind? I don't know if that was implemented in this early version of OS 10. Yes, we do. System profiler. Let's see if we have an airport card. Well, isn't that hard drive go? Yeah, just drill out the rivets. That's what I had to do on my PowerBook Duo. Get a drill. Be careful. You could drill out those rivets. There are 2 small capacitors inside of that need to be replaced. Otherwise, it will not likely work. 32 megabytes of RAM built in and 256 megabytes installed on top of that. Let's go to network overview. And we have a built-in Ethernet address. Do we have... Where would it say if we have an airport card? Oh, my neck is hurting. Yep, hard drive, CD-ROM drive, display card, which is an ATI what? ATI Rage Mobility. There we go. Surprised it doesn't tell us outright if we have an airport card. Maybe I'm just missing it. Or maybe it's just not installed. But I would assume it wouldn't show up in system preferences if we did not have it installed. Alright, well, just close that. And did we set up the internet correctly? I think. Yeah, there we go. Load up Internet Explorer 5 something. Oh, yeah, 5.1. Look at, remember that? I fondly remember, well, not fondly, but I greatly remember that design scheme that Microsoft had. All right, let's, wow, is that actually Google? That must be cached. That loaded up too darn quick. Yeah, FrogFind even loaded up quick. Let's see if that was Google loading up live from the interwebs. Hey, look at that. That's not too bad. Again, I gotta fix this. I don't know what the heck I did to screw this up so badly. There we go. We are online. How about that? Very cool. Alright, so I guess we could shut this guy down. But 10.04, how about that? The original non-beta version of macOS 10 here. Very cool to see. Running doesn't run too bad. We do probably want a new hard drive in there, but there we go. Alright, alright. Close that here. All right, I'm going to go upstairs and take a little bit of a break. I will be back in a moment or two. Let me fill up my water, and I'm going to put the be right back message on, and we'll continue for a little bit after, probably not much more. Probably another 15-20 minutes. Be right back. Okay, we are back, and yes, we have our key lime iBook here. I forget the exact condition of this. No, this green is not this dull. In person, this is a really bright green. It's really hard to capture it on camera, but it is one of my favorite colors. This one is missing 2 keys on the keyboard, the M key and the 4 key, unfortunately. I think I have a keyboard somewhere, but this is actually, I think, from an Indigo, because the keys actually have the green, the blue on the keys instead of the green. The little highlights there. So, yeah. Or maybe that was just how it is on some. I don't recall. But anyway, plug this in and let's see if this works. Now, I have a few of these. Some are in weird conditions. Some are better than others. I have one that has weird distortion on the video card that I got for a good price, but I mainly got it because I wanted the box and everything. This one seems to be okay. macOS 9.1 already installed. Excellent. Look at that green background. Yeah, so I can still push those keys, but one is missing half of the mechanism for the keyboard, and one is missing the entire key, which is unfortunate. But I think I have a spare keyboard somewhere. But I do love this color. We do have the full Apple leaf and the logo and everything on the back, which is quite uncommon these days. And this is just barely cracked. You can't really see it. But there's always a lot of stress cracks, unfortunately, with the plastic. We're going to figure out how much memory we have in here. I believe this is a... oh boy, yeah, I use this quite a bit. How about that? I believe this is a 400 or... No, this might be the 366 model. I do have the 466. I do have the 466 model. I believe this is the 366. Let's double check. Ooh, only 64 megs of RAM. That's a sin. Really. And let's see the processor speed on this. This is a 366. There we go. So, yeah, this is... oh, this poor thing. You need more memory, buddy. My goodness. What did I put on you? You just have a standard install of macOS 9. Let's see if we could connect you to our Mac Mini and just back up this desktop. So it looks like I did some zip drive backups here. So let's back those up. I know it's kind of a boring thing to do, but if I'm going to be messing around with these machines, it's probably best if I take the data off of these hard drives before it's too late and they don't want to work anymore. All right, so we have... iBook key, oops, I can't spell. iBook key lime 366. And I spelled line instead of lime, but whatever. From Quadra 605, okay. What the heck was on there? Oh, chat logs, oh gosh. That's going to be fun to look at off stream. Zip backups, that might take a while. No, I guess there was nothing to back up. Yeah. Oh, we have some disk tools stuff. Let's copy those over just in case. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I really had, it looks like, on here. Anything on the documents folder here? No. Oh, I love the control strip. I know some people hate it. I like the darn thing. But I grew up without the control strip, and then when it came out, I was like, oh, it's cool. But, you know, it's just me. Yeah, so this one works pretty darn good. I do love this color. It is my favorite. The key lime is so lovely that, yes, key lime, Sandmac. That whenever I would have a chance to purchase one, I did. I have about 3 maybe in my collection. Maybe 4 is a parts one, because these are one of my favorite machines. So whenever I saw one at a decent price, I did not hesitate. And I still don't regret it. The second one I ever got was for $75. I had to drive someplace in New Jersey, and some like 13-year-old kids answered the door, and I'm like, what the heck's going on here? But they gave me the machine anyway. That might have been this one. If I recall correctly, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, oof, this is lovely. Again, the camera does not do it justice as far as the colors go. It's just a lovely, beautiful product. Alright, so let me shut this guy down. Close it very gently. We do have the lovely handle. If you've never experienced one of these iBooks, yes, it does have a carry handle. And the plastic is known for cracking on these, unfortunately. It really looks pale on camera. Let's see. Let's see if I can adjust the properties of this camera to give you folks a better understanding. I know the iBook guy did a video, Adam, about building a new battery. I just never tried it, but I think it could be done. Oh, that's setting the exposure. No, let's set that back to auto. Let's see if the saturation maybe. Yeah, see that? I know it's oversaturated. That is more like the actual key lime. It is freaking phenomenal. I love it. I know a lot of people don't. I think it is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful iBook. I loves it. Alright, so I'm going to take the power cable out of here. Going to put our saturation down to semi-normal levels here. And I know I look sunburned. Alright, so let me put this back on the table in a careful spot, because I do not want anything to happen to this. They are not easy to find or cheap. No siree. And we have two more machines to look at very briefly. I think we'll call it a stream. Oh boy. Alright, so we have two PowerBook G3s here. One has the SCSI port on it. This one is a much newer one with Firewire. Hoo, baby. I forget if any of these have hard drives in them or whatnot. They may be the ones that I took the hard drives out because I was an idiot and I never put them back in, but we'll soon find out. Let's see, this has a label on the bottom. 500 megahertz, 1 megabyte cache, 128 megabyte RAM, 20 gig hard drive, 8 megabyte video, DVD. Oh, look at that bronze keyboard. Takes the same power plug as the clamshells. And yeah. Yeah, I would love to get the blue SCSIs that are PowerBook compatible. That would be great. I forget if this one's IDE or SCSI. I forget. Well, the other one's definitely SCSI, but. BatteryProvider.com has replacement clamshell batteries starting at $53.99. I'm taking a picture of your comment because I might want to try one of those. Thank you. All right, 9.2 is installed on here. That screen is rather dim, but yeah, the hard drive is right here, I believe. On this one. All right. We have some floppy disk backups on here. My goodness. I was terrible. I am terrible about just backing stuff up and just leaving it on the freaking desktop. I guess we gotta plug into our network as well and put this on the Mac Mini, because at least that'll be backed up. All right, so let's. I mean, I might have done that before. I just don't remember. So might as well do it while we have the machine open. Let's see how much memory is actually installed here. This screen is very dim. 384 megs. Now that's a PowerBook. Right. Let me just connect to the network here. Oh, this is really zippy. I typed in the address wrong. Are you even plugged in correctly? Yes, you are. Okay, let's share the screen of the Mac Mini to make sure our IP address did not change or anything. Sometimes silly things happen. Nope, we're at 153, not 7. That would make a difference there. I don't know why it's not showing in the chooser. Sometimes it just doesn't. And I'm getting hungry for dinner. Okay, change that. And there we go. Alright, so we have that working now. Let's just shove all this stuff onto a backup folder here. So this is a PowerBook. What model are these again? The bronze keyboard. I'll just say bronze keyboard. 500 megahertz. There we go. And desktop files. We have some floppy backups to copy over. And there they go. Whee! You don't get dinner until 8 p.m. My wife is hungry too, so I'll be dead if that occurs. We've got a bunch of installers on here. AppleWorks, QuickTime, Netscape Communicator, it looks like. This must have 10100 Ethernet. I don't know, this is really freaking quick. Or maybe the files are just small. There's a 24 meg file. It was like zoop. It was waltzed right over. Yeah, 20 megs. Whee! Cool. Alright. Let's see what else we got on here. We have some pictures. Probably screenshots of some shenanigans. And with that, all the stuff is backed up, except it looks like we have an OS X partition. Let's see. Lombard. Okay, thank you. I forgot. Hey, we have 10.411. Let's reboot to that. Hey, it's faster than 10 based. Or local talk. Yeah, that's right. The Pismo is the FireWire one, and this is FireWire. Yeah, there we go. So this is a Pismo, I suppose. I'm terrible with them because I can't remember all of them. But yeah, it's a beautiful FireWire 500 megahertz model of this beautiful PowerBook G3. You have a little apple on the top, and then you have the upside down apple, which everyone was always confused about. But the iBooks, the apple is right side up when you're carrying it. But, you know, because they had a handle up top, you know, the iBook clamshells. But this is not an iBook. This is obviously a PowerBook. So we are running Tiger on here. You tell that right away about the little search guy there. Oh, was I using this to download photos? Ooh, hold on. Let's see what's on here. I think I held an old digital camera. We have an IRDA option on here. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, these aren't my cameras, but this photo will give you an idea of the camera used. This is a Panasonic Palm Cam. Cathode Ray Dude just did a video about floppy disks, or at least it just came up in my YouTube feed, and he mentions and shows one of these cameras in there. And yeah, this is a Panasonic camera. It takes super discs as the LS120 drive. It was a super floppy, kind of like a zip disk, but it took 120 megabyte capacity floppy disks and was backwards compatible with normal floppies. These were the photos that came on that. Oh, I actually took this photo. This is in my office because I could tell of that particular mess in a while. So this does have an IRDA window, and there's that little OS 10 thingy. I didn't even know that had, but you click on it, it says turn on IRDA. And you do that, and it says use sound effects, turn off. It's in discovering mode. So hey, next time I'm foolish enough to play around with infrared cameras, maybe we could use this instead of the freaking iMac G3 running OS 9. The Tiger probably has better support for it anyway. But this is IRDA. I think the iMac revision B, yeah, that was the same business. IR Talk was the older stuff on the older PowerBooks. So I also have a super floppy drive. Unfortunately, it is weird. It doesn't want to work really. Exactly, Sam. Yep, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, you could sync things, I believe, with the IRDA. You just had to have the proper software. Downloads. Yeah, let me make sure I copy anything off of here. Oh wow, yeah. Oh, files from my PowerBook Duo. I gotta copy this off. Hold on. I'm excited. Go to System Preferences, Sharing. Make sure Apple Talk is checked. Under, oh no, that's not under Sharing. It's under Network. Go to Ethernet. Yes. All right. Let's browse the network, baby. And we see our Tiger G4. Let's connect to that. Come on. This is running pretty darn well, to be honest with you. All right, and let's open this OS 10 folder. There we go, and just drag and drop some things in. You do not have permission to see. Yeah, whatever. What is Mac OS 9 items? Oh, wow. Yeah, all right. Let's just copy this all over, I suppose. Sync your camera. It should only take 3-4 extra stream hours. No. No worries, Rich. Thank you very much for stopping by. And have a good evening and the rest of your day. We'll be wrapping up here just a few moments. Just want to see if there was anything else I left in this machine. Oh, yep. Some old stuff here. My old web code. Oh my gosh. This was the old web code for my first router. Oh my goodness, this dates. I use this machine. I think I got this from my brother. He worked, wherever he worked, he got access to an old PowerBook. And I used this to actually be like a webcam server type thing. Oh my goodness. Memories are flooding back, man. I haven't thought about this machine in ages. Go to PowerBook here and copy this stuff. This is from Documents. Let's copy over the Documents folder. Do I have any movies in here? Nope. Music? No. I think Pictures was all the webcam crap. No, didn't even have those. Let's see. Is there a picture I can share? No, it's not even in there. Wow, yeah, this is a fun machine. It's very light. Hey, Bruce woke up. It's very lightweight. It's a beautiful model with the FireWire ports. I should use this more. I was just sitting in a stack of PowerBooks over there. My goodness. My goodness. I'm just warming the crowd up for you, Bruce. Don't worry. Brankus Creations, Bruce Rain, is going to have a live stream in about 3 hours. So set your clocks. Be there. I am going to be. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a chicken of the VNC on here, EVO Cam, which is an excellent webcam software. I had an FTP software on here. I used to take pictures using a webcam. This was sort of what this PowerBook was designed to do. Well, what I set it up to do, rather. And all it did was use a webcam and take pictures and upload it to a website, and I sort of had like a live camera. I could see who was at the door and stuff. My goodness, this takes me back. I haven't used this machine in ages. In fact, there's probably a date. Let's look at the dates on the desktop. That would tell me like when I last booted this thing or used it. 2010. Yep, that seems alright. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. Oh my goodness, Adium I installed on here. Safari version 4. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's taking me back. My goodness. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, let's see if we could get some frog find action on Safari here. It's gonna try and load Apple. Don't even try, buddy. You're gonna hurt yourself. Sean's gonna get a lot of different pings from a lot of different machines in my house today. There we go. There's that beautiful fat frog. There we go. All right. So we have one more PowerBook to try. Let's turn this guy off. You deserved it, buddy. You good old little PowerBook, you. It's cold down here. Oof. So I'm going to be wrapping up in just a few minutes. See you later, OG Retro Punk. Yeah, I'm not going to be sticking around much longer. I have to make dinner. But I promised you to show you PowerBooks and iBooks. There's one more here on the stack. So this is a SCSI-based model. We still have that beautiful rainbow logo here. Plug this guy in. And with these models, for whatever reason, whenever you plug them in, the fan goes on and they, sort of start to work. Beautiful screen on this one. Wall Street, that's right. We are missing a button, the function key. I think I have that in one of these drawers here. I think this is the one I took the hard drive out of. Was it? Might be. I might need a replacement hard drive, maybe a blue SCSI or something. Ooh, let's see what we have here. What module do we have here? Oh, that's just a floppy drive. Okay. Oh, hey, it's booting. Okay. The hard drive is silent. 8.6. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, CD-ROM drive. What type of optical drive is this? CD-ROM or... Yep, 20X CD-ROM module. Oh, please reinsert the CD-ROM module now. It is currently in use and must be inserted immediately to prevent damaging a document or file. I have never seen this this pop-up before because I've never done that before. I've never seen that before. Really cheap soft metal. Well, Brian, I will make sure to note that. Thank you very much. Lubricated. All right. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing while I'm watching Bruce's stream. I would love to, but I also need to eat and, not be working on computers for a while. Stop damaging stuff. Make me. Oh, of course you have, Grudy, because you can't help yourself from ripping things out of the poor PowerBook. Thank you very much for the super chat, Greg. Hope you're doing well. Hope you feel better real soon. And take care. Lots of rest to you. My goodness, there's a lot of crap on here. 2018. Oh, shoot. I was backing up SideQuest discs on this, I think. Maybe. I don't remember. Why is the control strip all up there? Is this the one with the 20 gig hard drive? Yep, 30 gig hard drive. My goodness. But eep! I forgot to eep you. Eep! Alright. Well, Brian, I will I will probably, if you want, one of these days, Brian, if you're feeling comfortable to hop on a StreamYard stream with me, we could do it live and have some fun and be dorks together if you're up to that. And promote your channel and all that fun stuff. Oh my god. This is a drawing of Sonic the Hedgehog I did in probably like 1993. Is it gonna load up? Oh, come on, you gotta load up here. Hold on. We're gonna get this going. I've shown it on the stream before, but Photoshop 4 should be able to help us with this. No, Bruce, we settled this before. We will not be overlapping. I am making plenty of room for people to have their meals and get ready for you, because I'm going to be stopping in just a few moments. Look at this beautiful image of Sonic the Hedgehog. I remember drawing this at my father's office, and a lot of his co-workers were around me being like, oh, wow, he knows how to use Photoshop. Just using the line tool and all that fun stuff, and there we go. Oh, that sounds like fun, Brian. That sounds like fun. My goodness. Oh boy. Yeah, nap sounds good right about now. Alright, so what I'm probably going to do is, this is going to be boring, so I'm not exactly going to do this on stream the entire time. I'm going to probably back up this PowerBook and get some dinner, but don't worry if you are not 100% satisfied with your streaming quota for the weekend. My good pal Bruce at Brankus Creations has nothing better to do than to stream. And yeah, so we have 96 megabytes of memory in this thing. Do we have OS 10 installed? We have the platinum sounds on here, Jay. Does that make you happy? Oh, like nails on a chalkboard sometimes. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have OS 10 on here. Nope, we do not. So this is just OS 8.6. My goodness, this is taking me back. I haven't used this machine in ages. So I'm going to have to back up all of this stuff, and that'll be fun. I think I last used this in 2018 or so. Oh, yes, I got some of the Blue Scuzzy DB25s. Maybe I'll do that while I watch Bruce. But I absolutely love this machine. It is in pretty darn good condition. We have a floppy drive, we have an optical drive, and I'll have to copy some files off. So let me start that, and then we'll end the stream in a little bit. Hey, Europa, how's it going? Thank you very much for joining. Let me plug Ethernet into this thing. Like I said, we're not going to be here for too much longer. We're sort of wrapping it up. We've been here for almost 4 hours already. And I'm just going to start some copying. Make sure Ethernet is actually selected for Apple Talk. Modem printer port IRDA. That's silly. We're doing well. We were looking at a bunch of PowerBooks and iBooks. There's some iBooks. Here's a PowerBook. And had some interesting stuff going on. Alright, well, I will say, besides the iBooks, which I got from eWay's Place just 2 years ago, a lot of my collection I got over 15, 20 years ago. Nobody wanted this stuff. It was dirt cheap. So a lot of the times people are like, oh my god, he must be rich. He's getting all that. No. Far from it. Oh my goodness. I streamed from a 2012 Mac Pro. That's the newest Mac that I own. Looks like we have to update the... well, that's going to be fun. The thingy. And my car is not too much older than that Mac Pro. So, yeah. I don't exactly have a lot of new things. But, yeah, that's how it is. My goodness. Alright, let's switch over to this camera here. So, sorry about the weird lighting. Oh, I think I left the webcam in, like, the weird contrasty mode. Let's see if I can fix this. Which camera is this? Oh, boy. The 920. Thank you, Logitech, for naming things in such a weird weird way. No, that's the wrong camera. That's the... Oh, stream. What am I doing? What am I doing? What? Buttons. All the buttons. There we go. That's a little bit better. Oh, God. Yes, there are still great deals to be had, like at VCF events and things like that. It's those swap meets. You can still find these things at a very good price. I don't know how to camera, Adam. I really don't. Whatever. I'm going to end the stream in a moment anyway, but I just want to thank everybody for joining in. I do have to figure out how to get some of this stuff off. If Ethernet is not going to be happy, I'm a pain in the butt. Yeah, SCSI. I could plug a blue SCSI into it. I just have to solder my blue SCSI up. How about that? So I'm going to shut this guy off down. Shut this guy off down. Shut this little computer off for now. Be very careful with those hinges. They seem quite good, though. Not sticking at all. So that's good. You still have the door for this lovely PowerBook and everything. So I'll have to put together my DB25 blue SCSI and then plug in the little HDI adapter to that and all that. But please don't forget, Bruce of Brankus Creations is doing a stream in only 2 hours and 48 minutes or something like that. So make sure you're subscribed to the Brankus Creations channel. Bruce, if you have the link, I know you probably do, can you please put it in the chat? That'll make sure everybody will go to it. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. Because people like you, Bruce. People like you. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, we looked at some iBooks and PowerBooks here today. I have a lot of other work to do on editing videos, and I have to do a lot of fixing up things for people as I wind down my recapping and repairs backlog. So that'll happen. There you go. Bruce put the link. Bruce put the link into his stream later today, and you'll just be able to see him in just a few hours. So go get a snack, have dinner, walk the dog, walk your kids. I don't know what you're gonna do, but do something for a few hours until he is there ready to entertain us. And maybe, Bruce, if you are feeling bored, I'll hop on and we'll solder stuff together. Or not. Just whatever. But take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow I may be streaming with Mike of Mike's Mac Shack, probably on his channel. We're going to mess around with some old PC crap, so that'll be fun. But I guess that's about it for now. Take care, guys. Thank you very much for all the super chats, for the likes, the subscribes. I have a lot of stuff coming, so please stay tuned to the channel, and I'll catch you then. Take care. Bye.